Hey everybody, and I think we are live. It's good to see you all. Thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. Sorry, I can net begin. Okay, but it's good to see you guys. Glad you could make it. Okay, I don't see my chat working tonight. I have no idea why. It's really irritating when the chat's supposed to work, but it's not working on OBS. Don't know why. So I'm probably gonna have to get my OBS. Simple bar chat. Copy. And let's see if I can quickly get it in this way. I appreciate you all coming in, by the way. Glad you could make it. Sorry, I can't see anybody talking right now. Trying to see if I can somehow get the chat working. Or some kind of chat. Haha, okay. Oh yeah, I've got a chat working, yeah. Okay, cool. I just can't get the StreamYard chat to work tonight over YouTube for some odd reason. Okay. But it's good to see you guys. I hope it's going to be a good and respectable debate. It is going to be over on Discord in Rhetorics. IC Spin is going to be the moderator. I see Astronomy Live is also in there. So I'm going to go over there now in about 2 minutes. Turn yourself higher. Why am I seeming... I wonder if my children played with my sound at the back again. Okay. Well, don't know if that's a bit better. Now there's a fly that's bothering me here. Okay, let's see. Just get my... Excuse me. Get it to... this should be good. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay, sound should be good now. Everything should be good. Properties, capture audio beta, and I gotta get Rhetoric. Get there in. Okay, that's mono. I'm gonna have to get that to 100. Get that up. Okay. Oh, there we go. Now the sound is. Now the chat's working. Just a bit slow. Okay, but it's good to see you guys. Glad you could make it. I'm gonna go over now to Reds, and let's get that party started. By the way, guys, if you have any super chats, I will read them out afterwards. Appreciate all the support, and yeah. Much blessings. Let's see what happens.
He said he's coming over.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey, Flatzoid, how you doing, man?
Good yourself. Can you guys hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay. Good to see you guys.
Too.
Okay.
I saw that you were live. Just wanted to get a couple of thoughts across. I think what works best for this is just kind of an open floor discussion. And I think Reds is okay with you having the option since you're a guest. If you want to start with an opening statement, or if you want to start and lay out, your case, so to speak.
Okay.
But that's entirely up to you.
100%.
I'm fine with that. Let me start my stream first. Hang on 1 second.
Okay.
All right, we're starting. Go ahead.
Cool.
All right, guys. Well, let me just make an introduction. Appreciate everyone joining from Flatzoid stream and from Rhedd's Rhetoric. We are excited to get into the great debate of 11 frames or discussion, however you want to call it. But yeah, just wanted to tell everyone thanks for joining. I'm glad we were able to set this up. It's 2:30 here in the United States. Looks like it was like 8:30 getting into the evening for you, Flatzoid. So we appreciate you making arrangements so that we could get this show on the road.
Awesome. Well, it's appreciate having me here. And it's been a long time coming, I guess.
Yeah, Yep. Everyone is excited. Kind of came up out of nowhere. It seems like it's only been maybe a week and a half discussion, I think, trying to set this up. So definitely got compliments from Roger that saying that it was really easy getting the communication to get everything set up with you. So we appreciate that.
Yeah, Roger
But
seems like a very nice guy.
and he passes on his apologies. I'm filling in for him as a mod today, but I don't think I'll be doing a whole lot of the heavy lifting. You guys are adults. You've been doing this for a long time, so yeah, I'm excited for it to get started. We've also got Astronomy Live. He's helping out with some of the back end stuff, so he's in the chat as well. But besides that, I think that if you wanted to, did you want to start and lay out your case, Flatzoid, or how did you want to approach that?
It doesn't really matter to me because all I've really been the whole reason I actually made that video in the beginning was actually to show that the horizon's never physical. It's actually just an optical effect, and that's practically how it came to be that time. And well, somehow it ventured on there to this 11 frames debacle thing, and I still stick to I showed all the frames for everybody in the video, because if I wanted to be dishonest, I would have not showed anything. I would have just straight away just removed it all and said, you see, blah, blah, blah. But I clearly marked out from the beginning. I showed the splash, and then I showed the inferior mirage line. I showed where it disappeared in, and then where the splash came from. Obviously, we have a disagreement on how many frames that would be. But I think that would also be based on the frame rate of the video, on how it was set when the editing was done. But yeah, that's practically all I'm here, is just so I can explain that it's just optical, and I never did anything intentional to try and deceive, if that's what people are thinking.
Okay. Reds, did you have anything you wanted to say?
Yeah, I don't think that's true at all. Regardless of the reason why you deleted the frames, first off, we'll get to that in a moment, but the fact is you still removed those frames. And if you wanted to be very clear with what you were trying to do, you would have acknowledged, if you had done it on purpose, that you had removed frames to show a certain thing or whatever the case may be, but you literally had to be called out on it for you to acknowledge that those frames were cut in the first place. So something's not adding up there, and I would like for you to tell me why you thought that that was a good idea if you did do it on purpose, which again we'll get back to in a moment, but let's start there.
That's just double speak there. Are you claiming that I wasn't honest, while I literally, it's a video that's edited, correct? So how do you edit a video without removing frames?
So you seem to be missing what I said. I'm going to try this one more time, okay? You did not point out that those frames were missing. Why?
Because it's very apparent when I remove the inferior mirage.
So you just assume people to just notice 11 frames, something that happens in roughly 1/3 of a second. You expect people to be able to see that in real time.
Well, if you watch my video, you can see very clearly I show all of it, and then I point out where the inferior mirage is, and I show it disappearing inside the inferior mirage, and then I show once the
You showed the
inferior
video
mirage
at full
is,
speed.
then I show once the inferior mirage is removed where the splash is.
No, you showed it at full speed, and you're trying to get away from this claim of, well, my claim that you're being a dishonest piece of shit by claiming that you showed the full thing.
I did.
Well, you did technically, yes, but you showed at full speed. When you
So?
watch a video at full speed, you're typically seeing something at 30 frames per second, 60 frames per second, something like that. That means small details, especially ones that happen just within a few frames, they can be easily missed. So I bet my left nut and the right one as well that you were banking on that. And what you were trying to do when you were attempting to analyze it closely and slow it down is you decided, well, since this detail could be missed anyway, I'm just going to remove it and no one will be any wiser to the situation. If you skip frames during your slow motion review, you're hiding important information there. Critical moments that last only 11 frames, dude, being skipped is a sign of dishonesty.
Okay, first of all, it wasn't actually 11 frames. I actually did a video analysis showing it was around 4 frames. Secondly, you just making insinuations on my, on my intentions, which frankly is just your opinion. Now, again,
I disagree with that.
Again, I showed everything in the beginning for everybody to show. If I wanted to be disintentional, I wouldn't have showed anything. I would have just clipped straight out and said, oh, look, there's the splash. But I didn't. I showed everything. I even pointed out where the inferior mirage is. I pointed out the whole band of the inferior mirage, and I explained it's an optical effect. And that's the whole argument.
I don't care what
today.
you were attempting. Here's the thing. I don't care what you were attempting to prove or disprove or anything else like
that's
that.
What you're arguing.
I also don't care how many frames you dishonestly removed. If I fucked your wife 4 times rather than 11 times, you're still going to get crabs the next time you get her in the sheets.
Okay.
Crabs are still there, my guy, 4 times or 11. It doesn't matter.
You're literally being a hypocrite. You're telling me you don't care about it, literally complaining about it.
No, I don't care about what you were trying to prove by removing the 11 frames. I only care that you did the removing and you didn't come clean about it until you were literally caught.
I was very clear.
No, you weren't.
Did I put a line Did I put a line showing the apparent horizon?
Why did you remove those frames? Answer that question.
Because I'm showing it's an optical effect and not a physical effect. So when I take the optical effect away, hence the inferior mirage, it shows that it doesn't go behind your beloved curve. The fact you're claiming I took the curve away, which is an inferior mirage, proves my point that you are claiming a optical effect is your physical curve. Hence,
so you removed my frames for a reason, correct?
Sorry?
You removed those frames for a reason, correct?
How else will I remove an inferior mirage without removing
That's not my question, dude. That's not my question, dude. It's a simple yes or a no. You removed those frames for a reason, correct?
By removing the inferior mirage. It's the only way to
remove it. Is that a yes or a no?
It's a yes, the inferior mirage.
It's a yes. Okay, perfect. Cool. So here we have this guy saying, yes, I removed those frames for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Exhibit A, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters. So this is on Flatzoid's channel, still uploaded. I think Flatzoid completely forgot it was even uploaded.
I leave all my things up.
But here you can see it says, so wanting to find out what is going on, I find out apparently I deleted 11 frames on purpose. Let's go ahead and play through this video, shall we, and see what else he says. All to fit my flat earth narrative. Now I had 2 options I could make. Option 1, say I'm sorry for deleting these frames by mistake, meaning there was no reason for it. You did it by mistake, apparently. Or, we would see how that turned out, that, you'll be labeled a prick, which you are. But let's go ahead and see what you said after this. Option 2, play along with the label given to me unfairly and get great exposure out of it. So, okay, let's go ahead and see what you said after this. Let's point to this out. I'm sure you're wondering, did I take those frames out deliberately? Well, simple no. You said no. So in one instance, you're saying you deliberately took out those frames because you were trying to show something. And then in this video, you said, well, I did take out those frames deliberately. It was an accident. A simple no. So my question to you, Flatzoid, is were you full of shit then, or are you full of shit now?
No, it's showing you retarded because you don't understand the argument. I'm telling you, I did not
So yes equals no in your world.
Listen what I'm saying, you retard. I said I didn't deliberately take the frames out to be dishonest. I removed the inferior mirage. So I'm going to ask you again.
That bit of context seems to be missing here.
I'm going to ask you again. Because you are literally being a disgusting prick and you don't want to be honest. So I'm asking you, how do you remove an inferior mirage out of video without removing frames?
Say I'm sorry for deleting these frames by mistake, which is option 1. So by mistake,
You're not answering
that
me.
means you didn't
When you
have
gonna
a
answer my
reason
question?
behind
I
it, but
answered
now
your
you're saying that
question.
you did have a reason behind it. In other words, I think what happened here, Flatzoid, is that you're full of shit on both accounts.
No,
You did remove
my
those
account
frames
is
on
exactly
purpose,
the same.
but it's not for the reason that you say it
No,
was.
you're not answering
I
me.
think you acknowledge, I think you realized that showing those frames would be detrimental to your flat
I
Earth
did show the
bullshit
frames.
story, so you removed it.
Show me the
Because,
video where I
oh
don't
my
show
God,
the frames.
I gotta make sure I lie for Jesus. Does he give good hand jobs?
Oh, now
I'm
you're bringing
wondering. Is
religion
that the
into
reason why
this.
you're doing
Now you're
it?
bringing religion. So notice from that, people, he hasn't answered me. He refuses to answer me. He misrepresents what I said, and he can't show me one
Even though I'm
video
showing it
of
on
this.
screen
He
right
can't
now.
show me
Look at
one
that.
video.
Look at that.
He
Say
can't
I'm
show
sorry
me,
for deleting
and he
these
talks over
frames
me
by
while I'm giving my
mistake.
statement.
Yeah,
Mod, can you maybe
go
just
ahead,
ask
Flatzoid.
him? Thank you.
Go ahead, Flatzoid. Yeah.
So, I asked you a very specific question, Reds, and I'm going to tell you again. How do you remove an inferior mirage without removing frames on a video? Please ask me. Tell me.
Can't remove an inferior mirage by removing frames from the video. It's still there, dipshit.
Okay, quickly do it for us live. Show me how you would edit a inferior mirage out without removing the frames. Go ahead. I'll
So
wait.
the very moment I say you can't do it, you're saying, okay, show us how it's done.
Yeah,
Are
sure.
you fucking stupid, dude?
You made the claim you can do it, so do this magic. Show me
No,
how
I
you'll
didn't
remove...
make that fucking claim.
You
What I'm
just
saying
made
is
the
that
claim.
you thought you could remove an inferior mirage or whatever based on what you're telling us right here. But what I'm saying is that's in direct contradiction to what you're saying in the past. You uploaded this video 6 years ago, dipshit, and you're saying, I'm sorry for I'm sorry for deleting these frames by mistake, meaning you didn't have a plan going in. You weren't removing a goddamn thing. That's just a bullshit story you came up with later to try and get around the fact that you were caught.
Why don't you show the original video for everybody?
This is the fucking video I'm showing.
That's
Look
not
at
the
that.
original.
Say I'm sorry
That's not
for
the
deleting
original.
these frames by mistake.
That's not the original.
Did you delete those frames by mistake? Yes or no?
Is that a response video or is it the original video?
What are you talking
I want
about?
you
Are
to
you
show
talking about
the
my
original
video?
video, please.
Are you talking about my video?
No, my original video. The one where you started making claims, 24 frames, then 17, then 11, then 10, then back to 11, and stuck on
If I
11,
fuck
and
your
then
wife
thought
4
I
times
was
versus
first
11
chemo.
times, you're still going to get crabs, my guy. You're still getting them crabs. You're going to be stuck with the
I'm sorry,
7-year
you still
itch 4
haven't
times
shown-
versus 11.
You made a very distinctive claim that you can remove an inferior mirage without removing frames.
I did not make that claim.
Now you're
I did
caught
not
lying
make
on the
that
stream as
claim.
well. Well done.
I
Reds,
did
go
not
ahead.
make that claim, dipshit. What I'm saying is you deleted frames because you thought you could get away with it. Here
I
you're
did.
saying,
I didn't do
I'm sorry
anything.
for deleting these frames by mistake.
No,
So
that's
I'm
an
going to
option.
hold
Wait,
you.
wait, wait.
I'm going to hold you to account on
Is
this.
that saying an
Flatzoid,
option one?
Did
Wait,
you
wait.
delete those frames by mistake? Yes or no?
Wait. Reds, is that saying option one or
Did you delete those frames by mistake? Yes or no?
I removed the inferior mirage? My intention...
Did you remove those frames by mistake?
You
Yes
have
or
to
no?
Hold on.
Okay.
Go ahead,
I
let him
removed the
respond.
inferior mirage. Okay? By intention,
So
the
you-
inferior mirage was moved. The frames were part of the deal. That the intention wasn't to remove frames. But how do you remove the inferior mirage without removing frames? While I showed all the frames in the video. So I want you to know, I want you to please tell everybody how you can remove an inferior mirage in a video without removing frames, because you think that's possible.
Hey, asshole, that's your claim, not mine. My claim is that you removed frames, supposedly, by mistake, according to the text here, but yet in this hangout, you're saying that, no, there was a reason for removing the frames. So the question is simple. Were you full of shit then, or are you full of shit now? Because
only one
both of
full
these
of shit now
statements
is you, man.
cannot be true at the same time.
Okay, so I'm gonna maybe make this slower to you. How do you remove an inferior mirage without removing frames? Rhetoric.
Let's try this again. I'll say this slower for you. That is your claim, not mine, you fucking dipshit.
Okay.
The actual question is, were you full of shit then, or are you full of shit now?
None
I will
of the
repeat the
times.
question one more time, because I understand you're a flat earther, and I understand logic is very hard for you. Once again,
Projection.
were you full of shit then, or are you full of shit now?
Okay, I know this is hard for you to understand. But when you remove in an editing program, when you have to remove something, like a part of a video, let's say a part where a second of something is behind an inferior mirage, by default, you have to remove the frame. So the intention was to show, hey, inferior mirage gone? So what happens? You have to remove a frame. The intention is not to remove the frame, the intention is to remove the inferior mirage. The frame removing is part of, by default, removing the inferior mirage. So you got an issue with me removing the frame, not the inferior mirage, so therefore you say there is another way to do it without removing frames. So would you be so kind as to explain to me, the flat earther, how you can remove an inferior mirage without removing frames, please? Because obviously you don't know how editing software works if you claim you can do it.
Which is pretty weird, considering I use editing software to find your dishonesty. Funny how that works.
What
Apparently
dishonesty?
you don't know
I'll
how
ask you a
editing
question.
software works. But here's
So
the thing.
hold on.
That is not my fucking claim. I do not claim that you can remove a mirage by deleting frames. Let me say that one more time for you. I do not claim you can remove a mirage by deleting frames. I'll say it a third time. I do not claim you can remove a mirage by deleting frames. Let me say it a fourth time for you, just to drive the point home. I do not believe and I do not claim that you can remove a mirage by deleting frames. You claim to have deleted these frames for a particular reason. Whether or not that particular reason makes any fucking sense whatsoever, it doesn't, but you had that reason supposedly. But yet in this video that I'm screen sharing for everyone to see, you're saying option one, say I'm sorry for deleting these frames by mistake, meaning there was no intention behind it, because there is no intention behind a mistake. It was something you did not intend to do. So both of these statements cannot be true at the exact same time. So the question once again, were you full of shit then, or are you full of shit now?
Okay, I'm going to say this again because it's just going in circles. Option one.
Yeah, you're not answering the question.
So,
I can see
hold
why.
on. Guys, hold on 1 second. All right, this is where we're at right now. I think what the question that he's posing, that you guys are kind of getting caught up in the mix with, is if it was a mistake. Option one is implying that there would be mistake behind your intentions. What you're saying, Flatzoid, what it sounds like you're saying is that there was purpose behind doing it, and it was to show the inferior mirage behind the horizon, or whatever your rhetoric behind that was. But I guess what the revolving point is was it an actual mistake, or was there purpose behind you removing the frames to illustrate whatever it was you were trying to show with the mirage?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Option one is not a statement. I didn't say it was a mistake. It's saying there's two options. You can choose one option or the other option. So if I take option one, I would say it's a mistake. But obviously, how can you have a mistake when the intention was to remove the inferior mirage? Okay? The only mistake was the deleted frames as a result of removing the inferior mirage. So the issue that Rhed has is, well, you remove the inferior mirage by removing frames. So in other words, he's telling me there is another way to do it, because that is how I'm being dishonest. By removing an inferior mirage, after pointing it out, by the way, after showing it, and now somehow it's dishonestly, when I literally pointed it out for everybody to see, is me being full of shit? No, Reds. So you are telling me that there is another way to do it without removing frames. So my intention is to remove the inferior mirage, not the frames. The only way to remove the inferior mirage is to remove the frames, because that's how editing works.
And yet you say here, I'm sure you're wondering, did I take those frames out deliberately? Well, simple no, meaning you didn't have an actual purpose behind it. You weren't trying to remove an inferior mirage.
No, I
I
wasn't
think
trying to
even
remove
you know
frames.
that's a stupid fucking
I
explanation.
wasn't trying to remove frames. I was trying to remove the inferior mirage. Well done. You just made a point.
I don't think that's the case at all. I
Okay,
think
then
you
how do you
found
remove it? Show me another way to do it then.
No, I don't think that was your intention. I think you removed
Show
those
me
frames
another way
to
to do
hide
it
the
then.
consequences of living on a globe, asshole.
Okay, show
and
me-
this is why you made this video, and you're saying, I'm sure you're wondering, did I take those frames out deliberately? Well, simple no. And now
Okay.
you're saying something totally
got an
different
idea.
because you were caught. You were caught, dude.
Okay, I'm sorry. I've got an idea.
Well-
Since you've made the claim that there is another way to do it, will you show
I
us?
did not.
Okay, but
I don't think that's what he's
you're
saying.
moaning I removed frames because I removed the inferior mirage. So you claiming there's
No, I
another
did
way
not.
to do it. Okay, so
No, I'm not going to. I'm not
let's
going
do
to
it
agree
this
to
way.
that
Let's
straw
do it
man
this
that
way.
you just built.
Let's
I am
do it
not
this
going.
way.
I am
Wait,
not
wait,
going to
Reds,
abide
let's-
by it.
Sorry, Reds. Let's do it this way. Can you show me another method to remove the inferior mirage, please?
How about this? I'll show you a method on how to be honest. Don't delete frames. Don't fuck with my shit. That's how you be honest about the situation. I don't care why you deleted those frames or the reason you're claiming to, I should say. Because I think we can all see that you're full of shit because you're saying two different things at two different times. 6 years ago, you said it was an accident. There was no reason behind you deleting those frames. No reason whatsoever. Well, simple no with a whole bunch of exclamation points after it. Simple no. But now you're going around saying, oh no, I did it for this particular reason because that totally makes fucking sense.
Okay.
And people are here wondering, were you full of shit 6 years ago? Or were you full of shit 20 seconds
You're
ago?
exposing
Please
your
inform us.
dishonesty full out now, man. I don't know. Are you either retarded or just dishonest? I think both. So I'm going to ask you again. If you're claiming there is another way to remove an inferior mirage
Did not
without
make that
removing
claim.
frames, please
Did not
show
make that
me
claim.
how.
Did not make that claim.
Okay, so
Okay, well,
so
here's
okay,
the question. Hold on one second, Flatzoid. So if you're saying here in the text, do you agree that? So I'm sure you're wondering, did I take those frames out deliberately? Well, simple no. Is that your position at this
yes,
point in the stage?
still at the point because
Okay.
I removed the inferior mirage.
And with that being the case, knowing that showing the inferior mirage removed would require you removing the frames, and your intent was to remove the inferior mirage, I believe.
Yes.
I think that's where Reds' point is, that both of the statements seem to be contradictory. If you knew a byproduct of removing the mirage was going to be removing the frames, and I think that's where the disagreement is.
But that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, because then the story
that's what I'm
wouldn't have
asking
changed.
simply though. If he says there's another way to do it, then please simply tell me how.
I-
Because if anybody has ever edited any video ever in their life, you would know the only way to remove something would be to remove a frame. And if he's moaning that the
Flatzoid, can you
frame
do me
is
a favor?
removed,
Can you read what's on
and
screen right now?
if he's moaning that the frame is removed, he would have to show me how to do it without doing the frame removal, because that's his issue. His issue is not
No, the issue
inferior
is that you
mirage,
remove the
because
frames when you're-
he's trying to use an obfuscation tactic instead of saying, okay, let's actually look at what your argument was, the inferior mirage. He's trying to go and obfuscate to, well, you removed the frames. So what if the frame is removed? That wasn't my intention, and I stick with it. The intention was to remove the inferior mirage. So can we go to the original video, my original, and show everybody how I did not remove what you're claiming, because I showed all the frames and pointed out where the inferior mirage is and showed the drop point without the inferior mirage, making the point that the optical illusion is what you guys are claiming. And what the cherry on the cake is, after this, you guys claimed, oh, he took my earth curve away. So in other words, literally validating my point that it's all optical and not physical.
Sweet. So as we hear right here, right now, he said it was for this reason, this reason, this reason. I did this for this reason, this reason, this reason. Oh, look at this video right here. Say I'm sorry for deleting these frames by mistake. as in no reason behind it. So once again, Flatzoid, let's try this. I understand this is very difficult for you because honesty is apparently very challenging for you, but let's try this one more time. Were you full of shit then? Or are you full of shit now? Because doing something by mistake means that there was no reason behind it because it was an accident. Do you follow, asshole?
Maybe you don't get. It says option 1.
Oh yeah, my bad. Let's go to option 2. Let's see, what was option two again? Or take option 2, play along with the label given to me unfairly and get great exposure out of it.
That's what I did.
So option 1, say you're sorry. Option 2, be a trolly little shit. Oh, wow. That totally makes the situation better. Congratulations, guys. Flatzoid will no longer be known as Mr. 11 Frames because he's just a trolly piece of shit. Thank you very much, sir. This is what. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Did I get a lot of exposure out of the option 2?
Oh, fuck yeah, you did.
Oh, well done.
Oh, fuck yeah, you did.
So I'm going to ask you something very important, though. Actually, option 1 and option 2 both play together, correct?
I guess they could.
So by mistake, I removed frames because my intention was not to remove frames. It was to remove an inferior mirage. And option 2 played in because I just played with
that would imply a reason.
So it helped me fully because now it's exposing you for the dishonest punk you are now because you are not able to show my original video to everybody and you are not able to honestly say, yeah, okay, the argument's the inferior mirage, not the frames. So,
dude, you're the only one bringing up a fucking mirage.
It's been
I don't
6 years
care
now.
why.
It's been 6 years
I don't
now.
care for your bullshit
I've been
excuse.
waiting for this debate
I don't
6
care.
years now, just so I can get you to tell me, why are you claiming I took your Earth curve away when I removed an inferior mirage?
Dude, I don't care if you took away the Earth curve. I don't care if you say it's the mirage. I don't care. None of that is actually important right now. What's important is your direct contradictory statements.
There's no contradiction.
6 years ago, you said you did it by mistake. Then later on, you said you did it on purpose. Both of these statements cannot be true at the exact same time. And the fact that you are running away from this demonstrates that I have every right to call you a fucking liar.
What is removed by mistake? Maybe you can't read. What does it say specifically there was removed by mistake?
I don't know. What did you mean when you said, I'm sorry for deleting these frames by mistake? What do you think you meant when you said that shit?
So the frames removed by mistake. And what was the
so you did say it was the frames. So you do know what we're talking about.
What intentionally was removed there, Reds?
Say I'm sorry for deleting these frames by mistake. Okay, so we have this statement. Then we have your later statements where you say something along the lines of, I did it to remove XYZ, who the fuck cares? There was a reason behind your but in this video, you're saying there was no reason behind your removal. So either you were full of shit in the past or you're full of shit now. And you won't tell us which one is which.
I just told you there's a reason. The reason was the inferior mirage, not the frames. So again, did I take the frames out on purpose or did I remove the inferior mirage out on purpose?
Wouldn't those be occupying the same time frame of the fucking video?
So you just debunked yourself. Well done. So how am I going to go and show taking out inferior mirage without taking out frames, Reds?
Okay, so hang on. Let's try this. No, I did not just debunk myself. You're again brute forcing a topic that's not actually the topic of discussion. You dishonest piece of shit. The point is that you still deleted those frames when you said you did it by mistake. Right then, right there, 20 seconds ago, you said it was for this reason, to remove the mirage. But yet in this video, you said you did it by mistake, meaning that wasn't the reason behind it. Congratulations! You just exposed to everybody right here, right now, that you are in fact a dishonest piece of shit, and you're trying to get around it right here, right now by bringing up a subject that is not the subject of discussion. You're the only one bringing up any sort of miraging. No one else is doing that besides you, asshole. That's because you're trying to get away from the fact
Okay.
that you said one thing at one time and said something
saying
totally
exactly
different
the
a
same
different
thing.
time, and these two statements are directly contradictory to one another.
I'm saying exactly the same thing. So I'm going to ask you again.
No, the fuck
If you think
aren't.
there's an issue with me removing the frames, fine. Think what you want. Can you show me how
Maybe
to do it without
here's an
removing
idea. I'll tell you how you
show
can
me how
solve
to do
this
it
issue
without?
right now.
Can you show me how to remove it
I'll
without
show
the
you how you
frames?
can solve this issue right now. I'll show you how you can solve this issue right now. Since you're not willing to be honest and tell us if you were shit then or full of shit now, you're not willing to tell us that information because it's very detrimental to your bullshit story. I understand that. But here's how you can get around that. Just say you're sorry. Hey, guess what, guys? Back in the day, I thought I had to lie to push the flat earth. It turns out I just need to be an ignorant piece of shit. So I'm sorry for deleting these frames. I thought I could get away with it. Turns out I couldn't. I apologize. You caught me. Fair and haha, but that was 6 years ago. Look at my new content. You could say something like that, even though it would be complete horseshit. But even then, that would make, I would say, 80% of people drop it. But you just want to try and push it off instead of just owning your fuck up. You got caught, my guy. Just own it.
Wow, the projection.
Own the fact that you got caught.
Yeah, you got caught making shit up about me. So I'm going to ask you again, can we show my original video, please? Can you share it for everyone?
Only if you answer my question. Answer my question.
My question's been
answered. Were you full of shit then, or are you full of shit now?
None of them. You are.
Okay, so you're just lying. You're just lying. Okay, so these two directly contradictory statements, you're claiming there's no contradiction.
No. I know this is hard for you because you only got 2 brain cells. So I'm going to ask you again. Reds.
Guess what, guys? On the flat earth, contradictory statements are not contradictory.
Can you show
you gotta love it, guys.
Can you show my original video for everybody to see? Because I'm glad your audience is finally seeing the dishonest, contradictory guy you are.
Yeah, my audience definitely is seeing dishonesty right here, right now.
Yep.
Would you like me to read some of their quotes to you?
Can you show my original video, please, Reds?
You also have the ability to share screen, Flatzoid, if you.
Yeah, I pretty much proven my point that this motherfucker said one thing at one point and a different thing at a different point and doesn't want to acknowledge that there's a contradictory statements there, because the fact is you remove those frames. I have my own theory as to why you did it. You saw the consequences of a globe. You didn't want to show your audience, so you removed it. You did it to be a dishonest piece of shit. Whether it is evidence for a globe or not, I don't give a fuck. If you can explain it away now, good for you. Bring up magical unicorn farts if you want. I really don't give a flying fuck. The point is, you removed it because you saw something that you knew at the time would be detrimental to your bullshit story. That's what actually happened. But instead of just admitting that, you're bringing up this, oh no, I did it for this reason, despite your own words saying you did it by mistake. Well done, jackass. Well done.
No,
and here I thought,
so
for even a moment,
what I said. Okay,
and here I thought, even for a moment, Flatzoid, that you would give me somewhat of a challenge. Disappointed, to say the least.
You know, you're still the same delusional guy you've always been. But anyway, I've got it on screen for you.
Fucking Christ.
Okay.
I thought you would be better than this, honestly.
Okay, I've got it on screen exactly for you. So, everybody, notice how Rhetoric is running away from every single question I've asked him. And he is not able to understand when he says, it doesn't matter about the frames, but let me cry about the frames. You don't want to stick to the argument.
No.
He's running away when I'm telling him what the argument is.
Strawman fallacy.
So I'm going
strawman fallacy.
He doesn't even know what a straw man is. Okay. But let's go to where it falls the first time. Okay, there we go. We'll start from 250.
A straw man is when you attack a made-up point
pay attention.
instead of the point that was actually being made.
Reds, I know this is hard for you because you can only concentrate on one thing at a time. So concentrate what's on screen right now, please. Okay?
Hey, moderator, can you tell this motherfucker to stop lying about what I actually said?
There we go. I showed everything. Let's see again.
Let's just present, or tell us what we're looking at here, Flatzoid.
Okay, this is the original video. I'm going to play it now, and I'm saying look carefully now, okay? And notice all the frames are there. You're going to see it go into the Inferior Mirage. Great. Is that all the frames in your video, Reds?
Yep.
Great. In my original video.
Yep.
Great. So all the frames are there. Great. So I didn't contradict myself. Okay, now I said, did you see it? And I pause it. Where am I pausing it exactly? Reds? What's that
just
pause
before, just before it goes over,
before it goes over where? You mean into the inferior mirage?
or the horizon.
Can you see that little reflection there on the bottom? And
Yeah,
you
I
see
don't
the
give a
caption?
shit
Okay.
about that.
Okay. Let me tell you what. Let me show you. Look. I'm gonna draw out a line. Did you see it now? That's your apparent horizon. That's where you're claiming Earth curve is, correct?
Don't care. Not arguing that.
Now, what am I going to show? Inferior mirage. Am I pointing out that's an inferior mirage, people?
Don't care. Not part of the discussion.
Of course you don't care, because it's killing your argument. I just showed all the frames in the video which you said wasn't there.
Okay, so you did all of this for a reason, right?
Okay, inferior mirage is there.
Hang on. No, oh, see, he can't answer
I
the
already
question.
answered
Look at
5
that.
times. Yes, the reason
Look at that.
was...
See that, ladies and gentlemen? I can get underneath this dude's argument with a single question. Did you do that on purpose?
And I said
yes
5
or
times,
no?
yes,
and he will
inferior
not
mirage.
answer it. He will not answer
Maybe
it.
he doesn't answer. Maybe he doesn't listen. Maybe this will be the 7th time I say, the reason I did this was to show the what's on screen, inferior mirage, is claimed to be the Earth curve.
Excellent.
And when you
so
remove
in this
the
screen share
inferior
that I'm
mirage,
showing,
and he's over talking me.
option 1, say I'm sorry for deleting these frames by mistake. So once again, Flatzoid, were you full of shit then, or are you full of shit now? I understand this is very difficult for you. I understand it's very difficult for you, but were you full of shit then, or were you full of shit now? Let's try this. Come on.
Reds, okay, I know this is hard for you. I've already said it like maybe 9 or 10 times.
It must be very difficult for you, sir, because you're not answering whether or not you were full of shit then or full of shit now.
I've maybe answered you 9 or 10 times already. So I'm going to say it
Answer
again.
it directly this time.
The reason I did this was literally on screen right now.
So there was a reason. So you were full of shit then. So your claim is that you were lying then. You were lying 6 years ago when you made this video, right?
You overtalk me. Okay, so I'm going to do this again.
So your answer is you were full of shit 6 years ago.
Moderator, can we have some moderation now, man? Okay, let me try this again.
Go ahead, Flatzoid.
Thanks. As I've been saying this whole evening so far, what I've been trying to point out was when the inferior mirage is removed, which I'm literally showing on screen where there's inferior mirage right now, when I remove it, it will not go behind what you guys call Earth curve. Therefore, you claiming the optical effect of an inferior mirage is the Earth curve. That is the argument. I've made it many times, and this is exactly why Rhed has been running away from this for 6 years, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's try this. Let's try this,
so
Flatzoid. I am going to give you... No, Flatzoid, you're actually going to love this. I'm going to give you everything that you said about your supposed analysis. The capsule did not disappear because of... It was perspective. It was magical unicorn. It doesn't prove a globe. It doesn't debunk the flat earth. Whatever the fuck you want, take it. I don't give a shit. My whole reason for being here is to point out your contradictory statements as to whether or not you did that analysis or if you remove those frames by mistake. You have 2 contradictory statements here made at 2 different times.
I didn't make one
Correct
contradictory
this shit
statement.
for us,
please
please.
point out what contradictory statement I made while I literally showed you I'm making the same argument.
Say I'm sorry for deleting these frames by mistake. Everything that you just said right here, right now, indicates that you had a reason for deleting those frames. And that's the bullshit story you've been trying to sell to people for years now. But yet, 6 years ago, you said there was no reason for you deleting those frames. No inferior mirage. Nothing like that. It was a mistake. It was just a mistake. So, were you full of shit then, or are you full of shit now?
Is English your second language?
English is my first, and that's why I'm very, very pointed at asking
maybe
this
I have to talk slow then, in English. The frames came by mistake. Because the intention was the inferior mirage. So, no.
Is English your first language or is it your second language?
So frames removed was not the intention. Therefore, frames removed would be mistake. Now you have issue with frame remove, so show me how to remove an inferior mirage without removing a frame. Go ahead.
Okay, since you're apparently this much of a dipshit, I'll speak slower for you. You may claim that you can remove mirage by removing frames. Nobody besides you make that claim. Nobody besides you attempt to do something so fucking stupid. What people actually do is point out contradictory statements made by you at 2 different times. So the question is simple. Were you full of shit then, or are you full of shit now? Answer the question, please.
Again, because you are retarded, I am saying exactly the same thing.
Go on.
The same argument.
I think this is...
Yeah, okay.
Hold on one second.
So can I... Sorry, I can... Okay, sorry.
Go ahead.
I just want to say...
Go ahead, make your statement.
Because this is just going to go in the same circles over and over. I think I've explained myself...
Because you're not admitting that these direct contradictory statements are contradictory. Holy fucking shit, dude.
Hold on, Reds. We're going to give Flatzoid the floor for a moment, and then I'm going to speak, and then I'll let you speak.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Flatzoid.
Okay. I think I've made it very clear. The argument was to remove not 11 frames, they're inferior mirage. Unfortunately, to remove an inferior mirage on a video, you need to remove frames, which was not the intention to remove frames. So his straw man to run away from the actual argument is, hey guys, inferior mirage, aka optical effect taken away, means I took Earth curve away. That's the argument, that's the actual argument he's running away from. He's now trying to say, well, you've taken frames out, so... but I don't care about the frames, but let's moan about the frames. So I just want to say, if you have an issue with the frames, get over it. The argument is your Earth curve physical or optical? It's been 6 years now, and I've been waiting such a long time to hear your answer. Is the Earth curve physical or optical? Rhetoric Rhetoric. That's all I want to know.
I love that people in my live chat said LMAO, he slipped. Yes, he did. He actually slipped up there. He was momentarily honest. So keep in mind that this
Reds, one sec, please. I'll let you go in a sec. I think this is the issue that we're running into between the two of you guys is whether or not. So Flatzoid, what you're saying is that you could have intent to remove a mirage, and on the same token, also not have intent to do what would require removing that mirage,
exactly.
which would be removing the frames.
Exactly.
And I think what Reds is saying is that, well, if you had intent to remove the mirage, and the only way to do that would be by removing the frames, then your intent also must be applied to those frames. And so I think what you're saying is, no, you can separate the intent of removing one and not have intent for the other. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay, Reds, what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, it's complete horseshit because he would still have intent on removing those frames. Okay? If he says, I removed these frames for a purpose, he would never say that he removed those frames by mistake. If there was a reason, even a bad reason, a fucking stupid reason, like thinking that removing frames somehow removes a mirage, even if it's a stupid fucking reason like that, you would still have a reason. But since you said, say I'm sorry for deleting these frames by mistake, that means that you are indicating that there was no reason behind that removal, i.e., contradictory fucking statement there. So I ask again, were you full of shit then, or are you full of shit now?
Okay, I think Icy Spin actually declared it correctly. Thank you. The problem is intent, and the intent is not the frames. The intent is the inferior mirage. Now I'm going to ask you again. This
there
actual
was
debate,
intent.
this actual debate is about the inferior mirage. So can we get to the actual argument?
No, it's
Would you
not.
please answer me? I removed the inferior mirage, Reds. Does that show
I'll
that
tell
the
you- I'll
Earth
tell you
curve
what,
is
we'll
physical?
change the
and are you over
subject.
talking me again? Does that show the Earth curve is physical or an optical effect?
I am not going to change the subject for you, dude.
It's the same
You're not
subject.
getting away from
it's
this.
the same subject.
Yeah, no. That's a different subject.
Same
You're pointing
subject.
out to, oh,
This is why you haven't debated me on this for 6 years, because you were scared of this. Run away, run away. That's fine.
Dipshit. You're trying to change the subject to
away
the
if you want to.
geometry of our
That's the
planet
argument for
rather than
6
your
years,
fucking
bud.
dishonesty.
This has been
Hang
the
on.
argument for
Let's
6
get
years.
hang on. Icy Spin. Let's get a sanity check. Is a topic about geometry different than a topic about Flatzoid's dishonesty or non-dishonesty? Are those two different subjects?
As far as I know, it was loosely titled the 11 frames discussion, and that would indicate that we're going to talk about
The inferior mirage.
in particular that. I'm not sure what you guys might have talked about that might be beyond. I think what Reds is implying.
No. It's not based on this. It's whether or not these are two different conversations. Geometry or Flatzoid's dishonesty. Are those two different conversations, two different topics?
This wasn't Flatzoid's dishonesty. This was about the 11 frames, and the inferior mirage is
No,
the
it
11
really
frames.
was your dishonesty because your dishonesty revolves around those 11 frames you deleted.
Is the claimed 11 frames the inferior mirage?
The claimed 11 frames is the 11 frames that, for whatever reason, you found very inconvenient to leave in your video. So the question is, did you do it on purpose, which you said that you did? I did do it for a reason. There was totally a reason behind it. The reason may be total horseshit, but it was a reason nonetheless.
You didn't answer me.
But yet, in this video, you're saying that you did it by mistake. You're talking out of both sides of your asshole, dude.
I'm going to ask you again, and I want you to answer me. Is the 11 frames you're moaning about me taking out the inferior mirage?
I don't know what you think it was. You removed it.
I removed the
I
inferior
don't care
mirage.
what you think it was. I don't care what it actually is. The fact is you removed those frames and then you lied about it.
So I removed the inferior mirage. I just want to make this clear. I removed the inferior mirage.
I don't care if you removed magical unicorn farts. You're trying so hard to change the subject, and it's transparent. Let me be very clear with you, dude. I'm gonna tell you right now, you are not going to change the subject with me.
It's the same
the
subject,
topic is your dishonesty. You will not change the subject with me. So once again, were you full of shit then, or were you full of shit just like, oh, I don't know, 20 seconds?
Okay, those
because guess what? I am prepared and ready to ask you this question over and over and over and over again until you just get tired of.
Okay. So the claimed 11 frames in that section of the video, was it the inferior mirage part that was removed?
I don't care.
Why don't you care? Because that's exactly what the argument's about.
Because that's not relevant to the conversation we're currently having. What we're talking about is you said you had a reason for removing them.
Yes, which is the inferior mirage.
We see in this video that you claim that you did it by mistake, which would indicate that there was no behind it. Funny that.
Okay, so my intention was to remove the inferior mirage, which I did.
So there was intent.
Which you are, the intent was the inferior mirage again. So
okay, so there was intent. So you're saying that in this video where you claim that an option is to say sorry for deleting these frames by mistake, you're saying that you were full of shit 6 years ago.
Great. So I'm going to ask you again.
Go ahead, Flatzoid. Repeat what you said. Reds, wait till he's done talking, and then you can respond.
Okay, thanks.
Go ahead, Flatzoid.
Okay, so what I'm saying is because it's the inferior mirage I removed, which you're moaning about the frames, that's literally the frames removed is the inferior mirage. That means it's on topic, and that means you are trying to run away from this topic like you have for the last 6 years. So if you are claiming that, well, you don't care about the inferior mirage, you care about the frames removed, well, then you would have to show me how to remove an inferior mirage without removing the frames. I'm humble enough to say I don't know any other way. If you have any other way, please show us live right now so I can apologize to you, say, you know what, I didn't know we could do it this way. My only way I knew, and I still only know this way, is to remove an actual frame because it's based on a time. That's what a frame is. So if you have an issue with the frame removed when I was removing the inferior mirage, which is the topic, then please educate me, this dumb flat earther, and show me how to remove an inferior mirage on that video live for everybody without removing a frame. And then I will humbly apologize and say I didn't know. Go ahead.
Okay, so repeating myself probably for the 20th fucking time, and I'll speak slowly for you. Nobody is claiming that you can remove a mirage by deleting frames. Therefore, asking me to demonstrate such a thing is fucking stupid. The actual conversation is whether you supposedly had a reason for deleting them in the first place. In option 1, you did. Option 2, it was a mistake. These things are not the same, but you said that both were true. Please explain this to us in a way that makes these two contradictory statements not contradict each other anymore.
Okay, I've tried this many times. I'm going to try it one more time and then I'm going to ask you something. And I want to see how you're going to answer this. Okay.
Don't answer my question with another question. I'll determine whether or not you answer my question properly.
No, I'm saying I'm going to answer you, then I'm going to ask you a question. That's what I said.
No. I'm going to see if your question actually holds. Or I'm going to see if your answer actually holds.
Hold on, one second. So Reds has asked a question. Go ahead and answer his question, Flatzoid.
Great. Yes, I'm going to answer it, then answer question. So, yes, the answer to this was, I removed the inferior mirage by intent, not the frames. The frames was not the intent. It was a quote-unquote mistake because I didn't intend to remove frames. So, the only way to remove the inferior mirage was to remove frames, which would be a mistake, so it's not a contradictory statement. So, I am asking you humbly, since you have an issue with me removing the frames, which makes my point by removing the inferior mirage, can you please tell me if there's another alternative how you would have removed the inferior mirage if you were trying to make that argument?
Once again, no one is making the claim that you can remove a mirage by deleting frames. So you asking me to demonstrate such a thing is fucking stupid. How many times have I repeated this to you? Next, you didn't actually answer my question, so I will repeat it one more time. If you're saying, oh, I had a reason for deleting those frames, it was this reason, but it also, my intent wasn't to delete those frames, but I had to do it, which means you had to do it. Why? Well, for this reason. So but not for this, but not because of a reason, but because of a different reason. And as you see, we're talking about reasons here, so it could easily be a mistake if there was a reason behind it. Do you see how you're fucking talking out of both sides of your ass here? No, either you did it on purpose or you didn't. Which one, motherfucker? Which one?
Do you know what intent means?
Are you trying to define your way out of this shithole you found yourself?
I'm asking you because you seem to not understand what the word intent means.
Means you did it on purpose, asshole.
And what did I do on purpose?
Delete those frames.
No.
If the only way to remove the mirage is to delete the frames, and your intent was to remove the mirage, how was there no purposeful act to remove the frames?
Because
if
my intent was to remove the frames and not remove the mirage, I would have just removed the frames, correct? And I wouldn't have shown.
You're making a distinction without a difference.
And I wouldn't have shown. I wouldn't have shown all the frames in the beginning. Hence, I was simply being very specific. Guys, this is what it shows. Let me do it again, but this time let's freeze it, show you there's an inferior mirage, point you out where the inferior mirage is, where the top of the inferior mirage is, and what happens when I remove that inferior mirage. Because I'm being very clear, my intent is not about the frames removed, my intent is about the inferior mirage. I didn't know you're going to worry about a frame being removed because you want to be a dipshit coward and run from the argument showing that the inferior mirage is your beloved Earth curve. So I'm going to ask you again, so 6 years now, why are you running away from just answering a simple question? If I remove an optical effect and you claim that he's removing Earth curve, are you still going around claiming that it's physical?
Wow, look at that. Isn't this like the 5th time you tried to change the from
same subject.
So once again, you're trying
on.
to make this conversation about the shape of the Earth rather than your
It's been
dishonest
about the shape
horseshit.
of the Earth the whole time.
Very, very, very fine work, and that might work on other people, Flatzoid. No, you're not going to get around that shit with. I am going to challenge you on your dishonesty, nothing else. Also,
The only dishonesty
let
is
me
you, man.
pause. Let me pause for a quick moment. Astronomy Live, fix your shit. The YouTube thing is buffering. Thank you very much. Anyway, moving on. So, the question once again for the bajillionth fucking time. Were you full of shit then, or are you full of shit now? Because you're claiming I didn't have frames, but I had those frames for this reason. Blah, blah,
Reds.
fucking blah. You're making a distinction without a difference. Why are you doing this? Why not just own up to the fact that, yes, I deleted those frames. This was my reason for deleting those frames. And what I said 6 years ago was entirely wrong, full of shit. It's like,
I don't know, maybe he's
like
deaf.
what the fuck?
Maybe you deaf? Again. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. And again. Okay. Reds?
Yeah, and we'll keep doing this over and over and over again.
Okay, Reds. My video was made 6 years ago to intent to point out that removing an inferior mirage shows that you are telling me I'm removing Earth curve, which you claim is physical. So I'm showing this original black swan that it's not a physical curve, it's an inferior mirage, which is an optical effect. So when I removed the inferior mirage by the intent of showing, hey, not physical curve, optical curve, you cried foul and said, hey, this guy removed frames in a video by editing. Wow, yeah, when you edit a video, you literally have to remove and add frames. That's how editing works. Now, that is you strawmanning and obfuscating from the actual video, the actual topic, for 6 years now. Now, you're projecting this onto me and saying I am changing the subject when the subject literally is the inferior mirage, the so-called deleted frames. Now, again, I did not intend to delete frames. I intended to edit a video by showing, hey, I removed an inferior mirage after I showed all the frames in the video, pointed it out, explained it, and then removed it. Then for 6 years now, you've been running as a coward with your tail between your legs because you are literally showing now you don't have an honest bone in your body to answer a simple question that's been on you for 6 years. If removing an optical effect claimed to be Earth curve, does that show it's only optical or physical?
Notice how he literally tries to change the subject.
Same
This show,
subject.
without a shadow of a doubt, this motherfucker does not have an honest bone in his body. He got caught deleting frames, said he did it by mistake, and then later on forgot this video even existed. And forgot the claim that he made that it was done by mistake. And then he made up some bullshit justification later on, trying to get away from the fact that he was caught. Let's explain what actually happened. He didn't do it to remove the mirage or whatever. He did it because he saw something that would have been detrimental to his flat earth bullshit story. So what he did was he removed it so that it would no longer be detrimental to his flat earth bullshit story. When he got called out on it, he again tried to say, well, it was a mistake, but I'm not going to say sorry. Instead, I'm going to use this mistake to troll people. Then I guess in that same exact spirit, he decided to come up with some bullshit justification later on. And he's hoping that you guys will be so stupid and give him a hot stone massage over it that you'll eventually forget about his blatant dishonesty broadcasted for all of you fine people watching in the live chat right now. This is fucking pathetic, dude. I honestly thought that you would provide me with an actual fucking challenge, but you didn't. You can't even answer a simple question of whether or not you were full of shit then, or are you full of shit now? You can't do it, and I know why you can't. Because being honest in this moment would reveal that you were dishonest during one of those times, and then you think to yourself, well, that's going to ruin my credibility. I'm going to be the laughingstock of all of Flat Earth. Well, I got news for you, dude. You're not going to be losing anyway. You're already the laughingstock of. You are the Pokemon starter pack of Flat Earth grifters, okay? You're not losing anything of value by just being honest for once in your fucking life. So again, all you have to do right here, right now, to put this shit to bed is to say, you know what? You caught me. It was dishonest, and I'm sorry. Go.
You know what? I'm sorry that frames is deleted because I had to edit out a inferior mirage, which I pointed out, which I showed, and the argument's been for 6 years, which he now again actually validated in his statement he just made. Well done. And I'm going to say your projection is quite childish. So again, instead of insulting me and my character, answer the damn question that's been sitting on the table for 6 years now. The inferior mirage removed, is it proving your Earth curve to be physical or optical? It's a simple
Hey,
yes or
dipshit,
no.
did you remember earlier in this conversation, I said I was going to give you everything. Let's say it proves the flat Earth beautifully and that you have a magical fucking dome and a sun with a shape-shifting lampshade and people really didn't see the twin in the South Pole, near the South Pole. I don't fucking care. Let's give you all of that shit. And the reason why I'm comfortable giving you all of that shit is because it is irrelevant to the current conversation. You deleted those frames, and yet you said you had two different explanations for it. One is you did it by mistake, and the other is you did it on purpose. These two statements cannot be true at the same time. Whether you fucking like that shit or not, these two statements cannot be true at the same time.
Okay, are you done? I just want to point out, anybody that's listening to Reds right now, I think you guys should, or you guys can see through his bullshit right now. It's sad. But anyway, Reds, I'm going to ask again. It's a very easy question.
Is it going to change the subject?
It's the same subject. What is the
No,
subject
it's
about
probably
my
not.
original
Let's
video?
find out if I'm right.
Hold on.
I'm going to bet
What's
it's a
the
different subject. Let's see if I'm
What's the subject about my original video? Reds brought up 6 years ago. The one that's literally talked about now today.
I don't care about the subject of the video. What I care is what you did in the video, which was you removed frames dishonestly. And you said in your video, Into the Mirage posted 6 years ago, that you did it by mistake. But yet, in this stream, you said over and over again, no, there totally was a reason, except when there isn't a reason. You're talking out of both sides of your ass. Was it a mistake or wasn't it? If it was, here's the thing: if it wasn't a mistake, then you're admitting that what you said 6 years ago was complete horseshit. If you're saying it was a mistake, then what you're saying now is complete horseshit.
I'm saying exactly the same thing.
So was it a mistake or was it not a mistake?
Removing the inferior mirage was not a mistake, no.
Okay, so what you said 6 years ago was complete horseshit then. So you lied
exactly the
then,
same thing.
but you're not lying now? Is that where we're at right now?
I'm not lying now or then. I'm saying exactly the same thing.
Okay.
Okay, so
dude,
so
you are not
wait.
convincing
Show me
people
where I
right
said
now.
removing the inferior mirage was a mistake. Go ahead.
No, what you said, that's cute. I like how you
That's what you
switched
just
it up
claimed,
there.
Reds.
No,
That's what you just claimed. So can you show this, please?
frame.
Show this
Let's
to your audience.
Let's show it again.
Show where I
say
claimed,
I'm sorry
show
for
where I claimed
deleting
removing
these
the inferior mirage was a
frames,
mistake.
frames by mistake. This is
Show
your video,
your
is it
audience-
not?
Show your audience where
Look at that.
I
Look at that.
claimed
This
I
does seem
removed
to
the
be your
inferior
channel. This
mirage
does
was a
seem-
mistake.
Hey,
Go ahead.
moderator, can I get some moderation here, please? Tell them to shut the fuck up while I'm explaining something. So
Go ahead.
we see that
You
this
guys
is
are fine.
your channel. We see that this is your channel. We see that this is your video posted 6 years ago. Say I'm sorry for frames, not mirage, just frames
So you didn't
by
listen to me.
mistake.
Great.
So
Making my point,
the
you didn't
question
listen.
is, no,
Now
I
I'm gonna say it
listened to you.
again,
You were
Reds.
trying to change the subject, and I'm not going
I'm
to let
gonna
you.
say it
I'm not
again,
going to let you
Reds.
change the subject. No,
I'm
going
gonna
to
say it again because you
will
literally
not,
just didn't listen.
You will not
You
change the
made a
subject with
claim-
me. It is not going to
You
happen.
just made a claim that I should say
Okay, one at
sorry
a time.
about the
Go ahead,
inferior mirage.
Flatzoid.
Sorry. You just made a claim that I should say sorry, that I'm sorry about the inferior mirage. I'm saying I never
didn't
made
say
the
that.
claim that I'm sorry about
Well,
the
you're-
inferior
you're-
mirage.
you're-
So
this
you
is honest. I
wait,
did
Wait
not
wait,
say
a
mirage.
second.
Maybe-
Wait a second. Flatzoid, finish your statement, then Reds, you can respond.
Thanks.
Go ahead.
Thank you. So I just want you to understand there's a difference between what the word inferior mirage is and frames. Now I want you to back up your claim that you made just a few minutes ago that the inferior mirage was a mistake. Go ahead.
Go ahead,
I
Reds.
didn't make that claim, you dishonest
So
piece
you
of
just
shit.
lied and live as well.
I-
Well done.
Hold on, Flatzoid. Go ahead, Reds.
Thank you. So once again, I did not make that claim, you dishonest piece of shit. What I said was that you said that deleting these frames was a mistake. That's what I actually said. I didn't bring mirage or curvature or anything like that. You did. You're trying to put those words in my mouth, which is a form of dishonesty, you dishonest asshat. And everyone in my live chat right now, right through it. And they're actually congratulating me for, and I'm going to keep making them proud. So let's try this again. You said, option 1, say I'm sorry for deleting these frames by mistake. So you're claiming that you deleted these frames for a reason, whether it was to remove a mirage, whether it was to make Jesus happy enough to come down from. I really don't give a fuck. You supposedly had a reason for deleting these frames, but here you're saying no, it was by mistake, which didn't have behind it. These two statements cannot be true at the same time.
Reds, one second before you respond to Flatzoid. Reds, you're clipping on my end. Do you guys hear the clipping also? Do you hear the clipping?
Probably.
Flatzoid, or is it coming
fix
through?
That.
That's fine by
Yeah,
me.
see if you can. Yeah, some of your words are getting lost, but we'll try. I mean, I'm happy to be here as long as you guys want to be here. We're not really making any headway. Flatzoid, if you have a remark to say in response to what Reds just posed to you, go ahead. But if you guys have other ideas of where to take this, I'm open to it.
I'm gonna stay on this subject. If Flatzoid is okay to continuously be grilled about a question that he refuses to answer, be my guest. I got 12 hours free. We can do this over and over.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
and
well,
Icy Spin, I think you're doing a good job, man. Thank you very much. Okay.
Thanks. Go ahead.
So, Reds, the thing is, you keep contradicting yourself and you keep making my point, and I don't know how else to say this to you, but the topic literally is about the inferior mirage. That's what it's been for 6 years.
No, it's not.
You literally said to me that because you can't read the difference between frames and inferior mirage, you don't know how to place it together because you're running away like the coward you are about the actual topic. The topic is, did I remove the inferior mirage to prove the Earth curve to be not physical? Yes, 100%. And I'm not sorry about it because that was my intent. To take away the inferior mirage, which you guys claim is a physical curve. That is why you've been running away.
Not the topic of the conversation.
That is why you've been running away from me for 6 years on this. Now, if you bring up option 1 and saying, sorry about taking the frames out by mistake, is literally you being a retard because you don't understand the intent of removing an inferior mirage. And I said to you, I am more than humble enough to say I was wrong. Show me another way how to remove this inferior mirage, which was my intent, without removing frames. So, if you have an issue with the frames, then show me how to do it without removing the frames, and I will redo the video without removing the frames just to make you happy. But I cannot move forward on that without you just acknowledging that the intent was the inferior mirage, not the frames.
But you supposedly had to remove the frames to hit the mirage.
Then show me how I can do it without.
You're making a distinction without a difference, dipshit.
Show me
and
how to
everyone's
do it
seeing
without.
right through it.
Just show me how to do it without.
You still deleted frames. You still deleted frames, and you said that it was because of the inferior magical.
You're breaking up.
This is again you trying to change the subject.
Yeah. You're breaking up again, Reds.
Christ.
Go ahead. See if you can sort that out real quick, and then just repeat the last 10 seconds.
Let's try this. I'm going to try and say this one more time. You're making a distinction without a difference. I didn't remove the frames for the sake of removing the frames. I removed the frames for the sake of something else. Okay, cool. Don't care. What you said here is that I removed those frames by mistake, meaning no intent. Then you're saying here, no, there was an intent. It was because of that mirage bullshit or whatever. Well, that would be, again, an intent. So mistake means no intent. You saying there was an intent is a contradiction of that previous statement. So either you were full of shit then or you're full of shit now. I think what actually happened was that you got caught, and so you tried to justify your dishonest removal in some way, shape, or form, and you just landed on the mirage because that was... So tell me this. If you can square this circle for me, I would very much like to hear it. How can you not have intent and have intent at the exact same time regarding the same section of the video with the same exact fucking frames?
Oh, I'm glad you asked that. First of all, I'm going to tell you one thing. If I remove a frame or an inferior mirage on this video, and I didn't even think about, wow, I'm editing a video, so therefore I'm removing a frame. I'm literally just thinking, okay, how am I going to show this thing gone? By removing the inferior mirage. I'm not thinking about the frames at all. Would that mean that my intent is not about the frames, my intent is about the inferior mirage? That's the first question. The second question I want to point out, can you show me one video on your channel that you edited without removing frames, and tell me how you're removing frames there is not dishonesty. No, is not dishonest, but it's dishonest if I remove frames in a video. That's called hypocrisy. So those are the two questions for you.
That sounded like a jumbled up mess. Here's the thing. You once again just said, hey, my intention wasn't to delete the frames for the sake of deleting frames. My intention was this inferior mirage or whatever the fuck it was. Dude, once again, it doesn't matter. You're apparently an expert on all things editing. I mean, you decided to talk about my editing skills. So that must mean you're better than I am. Which means you are fully aware, motherfucker, that in order to do the things that you were doing in your editing program, you had to remove the frames, meaning that there was intent behind it. But yet in this video, which you also made in your handy-dandy editing program, you typed out the following message, deleting these frames by mistake, meaning no intent was behind it. So even if we grant you your editing prowess, that you have just the biggest dick when it comes to editing, that does not make the contradiction not a contradiction anymore.
Are you done?
Oh, I'm just getting started,
okay.
Motherfucker.
First of all, I want to point out you didn't answer one of my two questions at all. Second of all, I want to point out...
it's almost like they were irrelevant.
Second of all, I want to point out he's going again to try and do character assassination and attack my character and make a false claim that I'm claiming I'm better than him or better than anyone in editing. No. So I'm going to ask the two questions again. First question's Rhed. If my intent was removing an inferior mirage, not even thinking about the frames, because that just comes with editing. You don't even think about the frames. Is that meaning my intent was to remove the frames? And the second question was, all your videos on your channel, would that be seen as dishonest because you removed frames in those editing videos, or are you just a hypocrite?
So if you had intent to remove something while editing the video, then you would know, first and foremost, that you're going to have to delete frames in order to get rid of it, dipshit. Which means there was an intent behind it. But yet in this video, you say that it was done by mistake, which means no intent. So the contradiction still stands. To answer this other question about my videos, you want to know what part of my I edit? The part that you did, dipshit. That's why you were charged with removing them in the first place. They had to be present in order for you to remove them, which means I didn't remove them. You did.
Notice he still didn't actually answer, but I'm going to ask you again. Let's just move on to this one
So-
question
so
then.
don't-
Because I think
don't
it needs to
answer
do
the,
one at a time with
contradiction.
you because you're retarded. Again, if I'm editing a video, I don't think about frames. Would that be intent to remove frames or not?
Okay, let's try this. Let's see if you're actually retarded here. If you need to remove something from a video, that means you have to remove frames. True or false?
True. Editing requires it.
True. Okay, good. So you knew at the very beginning that you were deleting frames.
I wasn't
And
thinking
yet you
about
say
frames.
here that you deleted those frames by mistake, meaning
Yeah.
that in one hand you had, okay, I need to remove this thing. That means I have to delete those frames. So there's a reason for these frames. But in this video, I said I did it by mistake.
So I'm going to
Wow,
Flipping
way
again,
to
Rhed.
shoot yourself in
let
the
me say
fucking
it
foot
again.
there.
No, again. If you're not thinking about the frames, is there intent about the frames? No, it's not. Because every single damn video
You
you
just
put up
acknowledged.
is an edited video. Okay? So when you
just
edit
acknowledged it,
when
dude.
you edit a video, is your intent, hey, I'm removing frames, or is your intent, let me get the message out I'm trying to make? So, according to your hypocritical standard, you have been dishonest in every single video you've put on your channel because they are edited, aka you removed frames.
Are you done?
Go ahead, Reds.
Okay, I'm going to assume that he's done spouting bullshit. So let's go back again. You just admitted and accepted that in order to remove the thing that you needed to remove, that you were already aware that you would have to delete frames in order to do that. So yes, it was at the front of your mind there. You acknowledge that is a known consequence of removing things
what I
that you
said.
want to remove. But yet
what I
here you said that you did it by mistake. So on one hand, you were aware you needed to remove frames in order to remove this thing that you wanted to remove, so there was a reason for those frames. But yeah, I posted a video 6 years ago thinking it was a good idea, saying that I deleted those. Well done, my guy. Well done. And you're actually thinking to yourself, maybe
Hold
I
on one
can
second, one
baffle
second.
people with bullshit.
Reds, do you have another mic that you can use, or can you unplug, replug in? It's getting I wouldn't say progressively worse, but we're missing about 30% of what you're saying.
God damn it. All right. Let me hop back in.
Okay.
Okay, I just want to point out he just literally lied about what I said, misrepresented me again.
That's okay. We'll wait till he gets back and you can address it.
Shot.
Give me a mic check when you're ready, Reds.
All right, let's try that.
Sounds good to me.
Good. Let's try this one more time.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So I'm going to repeat myself one more time. And hopefully there's no mic problems and no internet problems. So, when it comes down to the process of editing, Flatzoid admitted that he is fully aware that in order to remove something, he needs to remove the frames. So despite what he's saying that, I wasn't thinking of the frames, yes, the fuck you were, because you acknowledge that comes with the package of removing something that you don't want to be seen. So you acknowledge that there was a reason for removing those frames. But yet in this video, you're saying that you did so by mistake. A mistake indicates that there was no reason behind it. You posted this video, not me. So that means that 6 years ago, you said something that is contradictory to what you're saying now. Square the circle for us, please, because you haven't done it so far.
Okay, I'm going to try again because you are definitely very slow. Rhedd's Rhetoric. When you edit a video, do you think about, hey, I'm removing frames here? Or do you think, hey, I'm doing the editing to get a message across?
The fuck?
Okay, let's try it again. When you edit a video, Do you think, hey, I am going to remove frames? Or do you think, hey, I'm editing a video to get a point across?
Here's an idea. Is both a fucking option? If I'm cutting up a video, I am fully aware during the process of me cutting up a video for whatever reason that I'm removing frames. You act like it's one or the other. How about both, dipshit?
That's why I asked you earlier, do you know what intent means? And you clearly don't know what intent means. Okay.
Doing things on purpose. I just defined it for you 3 times. Let's try this again.
So do
you know what intent is? If the answer is anything other than doing shit on purpose, then you don't know the definition of intent.
You clearly don't. Okay, so I'm going to ask you.
Okay, so even though I just defined it for you, do you disagree? Hang on, do you disagree with the definition? Do you disagree with the definition, yes or no? No? Okay, then I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Then I know what the fuck I'm talking about, so shut the fuck up.
Okay, great.
So now that we know that,
hold on,
you said 2 different things. One indicates intent, the other one does not.
All right, Flatzoid, go ahead.
Fix your shit.
Okay, so I'm going to do this to ask you again. Bring up one of your videos on your channel, just any one you want. And then tell me, when you did this, were you thinking, hey, I'm worrying about deleting this frame, or I'm worrying about deleting that frame? Or were you just going, hey, I am going to do this calculation because I'm trying to show this argument, and I'm going to show this photo because I'm doing this argument? Now, when you edit that video and you add in that thing and you're like, oh no, let me maybe just remove this little transition, do you think, I'm trying to remove frames? Or do you think, no, I'm just trying to remove the transition because it's going to take away my message? That's the question.
I'm going to try to answer that jumble of words that you just spewed out over the internet. Here's the thing about editing. When you're editing, you have to be very clear as to what you're editing, what you're trying to show, and everything like that. And if someone says, hey, you removed 11 frames here, the correct answer to that, if you know for the fact you did that, and you can easily go back and check because you would still have access to the timeline in this case. You're the one that made the fucking video. Then you would say, yes, I did. And I did it for this reason. Not change your story after all these years.
Never changed my story. It's the same story.
No, you did. You did 6 years ago. You said it was a mistake. Now you're saying you did it on purpose.
Wait. Again, you are trying to misrepresent. I did not remove the frames on purpose. Again, I did not remove 11 frames. All the frames are still in all the videos, like I just showed earlier. So, all the frames are in the video, and it's not 11 frames you claim at the point of taking out the inferior mirage. Again, the mistake would be saying, I removed the frames by mistake because my intent would be the frames. My intent was not the frames. My intent was the inferior mirage. My intent was showing the argument of the inferior mirage. Okay? When you edit a program with the intent to show a information you're trying to put across, you don't think of, I'm removing a frame, I'm adding a frame, are they going to care that I remove a frame? No. The only reason you care about a damn frame is because you're a dipshit coward who won't face the music that you proved the earth was flat by showing inferior mirages take away your beloved earth curve. So last question, did you claim I took your earth curve away when you had that first live or not?
Okay, nice job changing the subject. When you watch a video at full speed, you're typically seeing it at 30 frames per second or 60 frames per second. We already went over this shit. That means small details, especially ones that happen in a few frames. Like let's say, 11 frames. They can be easily missed, asshole. You know this. And I bet you my left nut and the right one as well, you were banking on that. So if you try to do an analysis of something closely and you slow down the video and all that shit, It's only valid if you show every frame during your detailed analysis. If you skip frames during your slow motion review, that's hiding information. That is dishonest. It doesn't matter what point you were trying to make. It doesn't matter if this proves what you were trying to prove. It doesn't matter if it disproves what you were trying to prove. What it means is that you dishonestly removed something and you were not upfront about it, especially given the fact that after we caught you on this shit, you changed your story from it being a mistake to it being intentional. And yet you refuse, after all this time, to square the circle. No, you're hoping that I am going to be so scatterbrained that I'm going to lose track of the actual conversation. Flatzoid, I'm sorry to inform you, that's not happening in this stream. If you want to talk about the shape of the Earth, that's only going to happen after you apologize for being dishonest, either dishonest then or dishonest now. That's the only way we're moving on from this. Otherwise, I am more than happy to continuously and repeatedly shove this point up your ass until you can't sit straight anymore. Do I make myself clear?
Okay, let me place this again. I was not dishonest then, and I'm not dishonest now. I'm showing exactly the same argument. You are doing this to run away from the fact that you literally made a point on your first live stream when reviewing this and claiming Flatzoid took our Earth curve away. Now, you are literally also trying to tell me what my intent is, so you are able to read minds and tell me, the guy that's literally sitting here, I don't know what I'm talking about what I think. Now, Reds, you are not divine in any way. You're a damn plumber. I want you to tell me, I'm going to show you a video now, and tell me how you count 11 frames. Can we do that?
You, let's see, Mr. Medical in the live chat. You have to remove frames to do what I wanted, but I didn't mean to remove them to remove them.
Okay.
That's what you're saying right now. That's literally your entire thing boiled down into its most basic form.
And I want you to count the frames with me.
No, we're not going to change the subject, dude. Again, I don't care if it's 4 frames, 11 frames, 69 frames, 420 frames. I do not care. I do not care. If I fuck your wife 4 times or I fuck your wife 11 times, it doesn't matter. Your ass is still getting crabs. Okay. It is irrelevant the exact number of frames. The fact is, you still removed them. I am not changing the subject, no matter how hard you try.
So it's not 11 frames then?
I don't care how many frames it is.
Yeah, it shows 3 frames. That's odd.
Don't care how many frames it is. You still removed them.
You don't care how many frames it is. Okay, great. So we can get to the actual argument. And the actual argument is...
Did you do it on purpose? Did you remove those frames on purpose? Yes or no?
No.
Oh, you didn't?
Was not to remove
frames. That's an inconvenient thing you just said, because you've been saying that you that you did do it for a reason.
No, so I
didn't do it for a reason.
Like I said,
there was no reason behind it, but now there is a reason behind it. Holy fucking shit,
you're literally proving
dude.
You don't know what intent is, and you're trying to misrepresent me again by trying to get me to double speak. But you can't get me to double speak because I'm not lying. So I'm going to ask you again, the guy that has been double speaking all night.
Oh, yeah, sure. You're telling yourself that.
Remove the frames on purpose. I removed the inferior mirage, and the only reason you care about arguing about frames is because you don't have a kahunas between your legs to be able to stand up and say, yeah, Flatzoid, for 6 years. Now he even has to talk over me. Everyone has to talk over me. Because for 6 years, the guy has refused to debate me. Refused to debate me. That's why I was so happy Roger was able to set this up. And now we get the opportunity to him just answer one question I've asked for 6 years. Where literally my statement was, oops, no curve. Why? Because Earth curve is only optical. Now, he's not man enough to actually go and make an argument against that. Instead, he claims, contradictory I might add, I don't care about the frames, but let's argue about the frames, because he is an idiot coward. So, idiot coward, are you going to face the music and tell everybody, does a optical phenomena prove physical curve or not?
Oh, look, if I try really hard to change the subject, maybe Reds will fall for it this time. Oh, maybe I can try it a third time or a fourth time to change the subject. Hey, dipshit, I'm not making an argument about what your video proves or doesn't prove. I understand that's what you want the argument to be about. It's not going to be about
always
that.
been about
The
that.
question is whether or not you had a reason for deleting them. You're saying yes in one breath and no in a different breath. You lie so effortlessly. Honestly, it's somewhat impressive and or terrifying.
I haven't lied
So
once.
here's the thing. When you are saying, oh, I didn't remove the frames to remove the frames, I removed the frames to do this other thing, it's still removing the frames, dipshit. Again, it's a distinction without a difference. Let me repeat that. A distinction without a difference. And when you're editing something and you're removing something, you are fully aware that you're removing frames.
Okay, let's put
like,
this...
holy shit, this isn't that hard to comprehend, but you're pretending that it's so complicated for you because you want it to be complicated so no one else can see that you're entirely full of shit. Okay. Although now that I think about it, maybe it is too difficult for you to comprehend because you're a flurf. If you can't understand basic geometry, then maybe you can't understand basic logic like this too. That contradictory statements are, in fact, contradictory.
I'm going to give you another scenario. Is that okay?
Go ahead, Flatzoid.
So I'm going to give you another scenario. Do you know soccer? I'm guessing you might. Okay, so in soccer, you have to try and score a goal. So your intent is to score a goal. Now, let's say Rhetoric, Rhetoric, you playing soccer, and you are trying to go and score a goal. Your intent is to go score a goal, but somehow, because you're Rhetoric and you're too retarded, you don't know which way to run. You run the opposite direction and you score an own goal. Now, your intent was to score a goal, but not an own goal. Does that now mean you wanted to score an own goal or just a goal, Reds?
What type of analogy is this?
A dumbed down one that maybe even you can understand.
I'll give you this. It's a very dumb analogy.
It has to be because it's all I get.
I mean, this is incredibly a dumb analogy. Let's try it. Let's try this again. Let's say hypothetically, let me give you an analogy. Let's say you're driving a car. Your intent was to go to the shops and get yourself let me start over. You're driving a car and you want to go to McDonald's to get yourself a Big Mac with extra cheese because you're hungry. Do you know what it takes to drive that vehicle? Does it take turning the steering wheel? Does it take pressing the pedals and doing certain actions with the gear stick, if you drive a manual, that is, to get to your destination? And so you saying, well, I didn't intend to turn the steering wheel. I didn't intend to press the gas pedals. I didn't intend to hit the gears at just the right RPM. When you say shit like that, you're fucking stupid. We understand your intent is also to get something to eat, but along the way, it is also intentional to steer the wheels and hit the gears and the gas and the brakes so that you don't crash your sorry ass.
Cool. So
do you fucking understand this shit? So you're making a distinction without a difference. You turn the wheel, you press the gas, and that kind of shit. So don't give me this shit that it was a mistake, because guess what? You didn't turn that wheel by mistake. You didn't press that gas pedal by mistake. You didn't hit those gears by mistake. And you saying that you did do it by mistake means that you are entirely full of shit.
Okay, I'm so happy you brought that very dumbed down analogy up again. Yeah, so when you get in the car to go buy food, I don't know if it's just me, but us normal people, when we climb in the car to go buy food, my intent is to go buy food, not worry about steering the car, and not worrying about pushing the petrol, because that's part of driving to
Oh
get
God! If
to
you don't worry about
that's
driving,
part of
then
driving to
But-
get to the restaurant,
Call an
to
Uber.
buy the food, because my intent is the food, not worrying about, wow, I'm driving a car, so maybe people are going to worry or care if I don't change a gear or sit skew or something, because your intent is the food, not driving the car. Driving the car
you
is
fucking
getting
for
you there.
real?
Driving the car is getting
Let
you
him
there. It's a
finish.
tool. It's a tool used to get your intent across, to buy the food, but you are not caring about the car or how you use the car to get there. You just want to get there. Do you understand? It's the same when you're doing an edit. You don't care about
Oh
the
my
editing
God.
program, but hey, I've removed 10 frames
Oh.
and I've added 5 frames here. You don't even count the frames. You don't care, because what is your outcome? Your intent is to bring an argument out. You're bringing content.
I'm not worried about-
So on your mind, you're bringing a video out about your argument. You don't even think twice about, hey, I removed frames or I added frames, because that's part of using the equipment. So again, that's why I asked you intent. So again,
Oh God!
when you score
So,
your own
when
goal,
I'm driving-
where
Hold
you
on, let him
score
land it.
your
Let him
own
land.
goal.
1 second.
So
Go
Rhed,
ahead.
when you score your own goal, did you intend to score the own goal, or did you intend to score a goal?
So you don't care about driving while you're driving. Remind me to never get in the fucking car
I have
with
advanced
you.
drivers, man. I can
That
drive
is
circles around you.
dangerous. It's like, yeah, I'm not really all that worried about it. Yeah, you know, steering this wheel, I just do whatever the fuck I want, regardless what the lane is.
Well, you see,
You know, there's a tree there. I'm not going to turn to avoid it. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
literally
It's like
missing the point of the argument.
you're trying to say this shit as if you can separate the two things. No, you can't, asshole. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I don't really care about driving while I'm driving. I only care about getting the food. Whatever the steering wheel does, and no worry about me. I'm not thinking about it. Are you fucking crazy, dude?
Well, you see,
You must wreak havoc on the road. Do you have a driver's license?
I have an advanced drivers. I can probably run
Ooh,
circles around you with a
advanced.
car.
Oh, advanced. Impressive. So I'm wondering, you got that advanced license, but yet you don't give a shit about turning the wheel the right way or pressing the gas when appropriate.
said
Okay,
that.
cool.
Never said
I
that.
understand. This
So I'm going
is the level of mental
Yeah, this is how
gymnastics you have
idiot
to
you have to
do
be, because
to
us
get
normal
over
people,
your own bullshit.
us normal people, when we drive a car, I know how to drive, so hence why I don't get in
okay.
accidents, because I don't need
You
to
trying
think.
to be logical
hey,
is-
I don't need to think.
sorry.
Oh, I got to quickly put the turn signal. Oh, I got to quickly change a gear. Make sure my foot's proper. No, it's second nature. It's like autopilot, because
But you
I
know
know
you're
how to
doing
drive.
it.
So when I know how to edit a program, I know that I'm going to add things here, remove things there. I'm not caring if I'm taking 50 frames out or 20 frames out or adding this, because the intent is about the message, not about removing 5 frames here or adding 20 frames there or putting. It's about the message. You are literally on autopilot, if you want to put it that way. Well, us normal people, because I'm not retarded, I don't need to think about little everything, because I can multitask. So when I drive a car and I want to go get food, I'm thinking about, hey, I'm going to the shop to get food, not, wait, I better change this. No, that's second nature. You automatically do those things because it's part of using a car. This is what normal
But
people
you
do.
are fully aware that
instead
you're
of
still doing it, dipshit.
So instead of trying to run away again from the actual argument, okay, which has been up for 6 years, you said you don't care about the frames. Great, let's not care about the frames, because I don't either. I care about the inferior mirage. And the inferior mirage is dipshit making you scared like as crazy as possible because you refuse to answer. Is an inferior mirage physical or optical? Rhed's Rhetoric.
You said a lot of bullshit there. Let me correct you a bit. Just because you do things on autopilot doesn't mean you did them by mistake, dipshit. So if you are like, you wouldn't say, "Oh, I turned that wheel by mistake. I hit this gear exactly right by mistake." You wouldn't say that shit.
Oh, so you think
wouldn't-
about changing a gear when
you
you're driving?
wouldn't say that shit by mistake. So when you say I deleted these frames by mistake, that's equivalent to you saying, "Oh, I drove perfect by mistake." I'm sorry, you're full of shit when you say that. Everyone knows that you're full of shit when you said that. I just throw up a poll, 80 votes, so I asked the question. So who is full of shit, Reds or Flatzoid? And everyone is saying 94% you.
Well,
So if you're trying to, make like some sort of logical argument here, you are failing miserably.
Okay, first of all, there's no such thing as Flatzoid, so I don't know who you're talking about. Yeah, so Flatzoid is probably full of shit because it doesn't exist. Secondly, all the morons in your chat is people like Mattoon and, you know, the idiots that think triangles don't use triangles, things like that. But back to the actual subject. Actually keep with what's going on. I know it's hard to pay attention, Reds. I know it's very hard to pay attention.
No, I love to talk about your dishonesty. Please, go ahead.
Normal people can see through this. Now, when us normal people edit on a program, we don't care about adding and removing frames. We care about getting the message across. So we edit on autopilot. So you don't think about how much frames you're removing. You don't think about how much frames you're adding. You don't think about anything other than, wow, this is working perfect, yeah, that's not working perfect, yeah, this is getting the message across. And then at the end you render it and you see, is this really working? Yes or no? Yes, okay, maybe not, let's go back to editing. So you edit again. So when you go through all this, do you sit and think, wait, let me mark down, I removed 5 frames here, I added a... No, you don't, because normal people work with intent. Because we know how to multitask, that I literally don't have to use brain power to know how to press Alt, Control, Delete. Maybe you do, but that's just showing how dumb you are and slow you are. The rest of us folk know how to do things without thinking about it. It's the same as when you have an argument. It's the same as when you have an argument with someone.
And that makes it a mistake?
You talk before you think, just like you've been doing this whole evening.
And that makes it a mistake? So if you can do things on autopilot, does that make it a mistake?
Yes, because your intent was not to do that.
Oh my God. Really?
Yeah.
Fucking really?
Yeah.
So you driving without any problems whatsoever, and because you're so fucking good at hitting the gears just right, hitting the gas just right, turning the wheel exactly how far it needs to be turned, depending on traffic and the curvature of the road, you're doing all of that by mistake.
On autopilot, yeah. I don't need to think about it.
No, you're doing all that by mistake. For you, autopilot and mistake are synonymous terms, apparently. So you did all of that shit by mistake?
Could I have done something else? Could I have decided not to turn the wheel?
Was that also a mistake?
Probably. Because it was done without thinking about it. You just do it.
So guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters, if you see Flatzoid on the road, be warned. Whatever he does, it's just a mistake.
Yeah.
He's making mistakes all the time. When he goes to his shop, that was a mistake.
I must
when
be
he
the
goes back
luckiest
home,
person on earth.
that too was a mistake. When he pulls down his pants to take a shit, that was also a mistake because unbuckling your belt becomes second nature eventually.
Okay, Rhed, I want to ask you a
smart.
question.
But that was also a mistake. Your life is just full of mistakes, my guy.
Okay, Greg. Rhed, have you been in
a car accident? Fall down.
Have you been in a car accident before, Rhed?
This is
Have you been in a car accident
pathetic.
before? Wait. Have you been in a car?
Do you see what you have to do to yourself?
Wait, Reds. Have you been in a car accident before?
Oh my God.
Have you been in a car accident before?
Did you marry your wife by mistake?
Have you been in a car accident before?
It's like, holy shit. It's like, don't you see how you have to bend yourself into like weird pretzels
have you been in
order
a car
to get
accident?
around?
Literally, you should change your name to Red's Fallacy because that's all you are. So, Mr. Red's Fallacy, have you been in a car accident?
You say you do everything by mistake, even if you do it perfectly.
Have you been?
That makes no fucking sense whatsoever.
Have you been in a car accident before?
Yeah.
And were you the driver?
Yep.
Guess what? I've been driving for 20 years, never been in an accident as the driver.
Cool.
So me doing this by mistake shows me at mistake is actually more superior to you not doing it by mistake. Ouch.
Cool. So the thing is that, one, in both of those accidents, they were actually deemed not my fault. So apparently, not only are you really good at driving, you're so good at driving that other people know not to ram into your sorry ass. Or maybe they see that you're driving by mistake and they stay the far as fuck away from you as
Maybe I know how
possible.
to think for people around me too, because when you
But
drive
yeah,
in
it's
South
all a
Africa, you
mistake,
kind
my
of
guy.
have to.
It's
But this
all a
comes
mistake.
But this comes up to another.
I drive my car perfectly by mistake.
This comes
It's
up to
all
another
it's all
point,
an
Reds.
accident,
This
guys.
comes up to another point, Reds.
Go ahead.
When you were
yeah.
in that accident, even though it was someone else's fault, was it by mistake that you were hit, or was it on purpose?
They admitted to their mistake. They didn't try to claim, oh no, I hit your bumper and made you bounce off the guardrail because I was trying to decipher the relevance of this particular mirage in this particular video because I'm a little butthurt little bitch boy that doesn't want to accept that the earth is round. They didn't say that shit. They immediately came out with it, and guess what? They never changed their story after the fact. They admitted fault. Their insurance took care of it, not mine, and now I have a brand new 2024 car to show for it.
Great. So my point I was making through all this is
So
you literally
so
just
basically,
wait. My point I was making through all
hang
this.
on, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. So to make this comparable to what you did with these 11 frames is that this guy who rear-ended me had to come up with a bullshit story and then years later come up with a different bullshit story. You weren't honest originally. We had to catch you, and only then did you own up to the fact that frames were even deleted. But then you're trying to say, oh, but you know, it's a mistake, it's on purpose, and you had to force yourself into this logical pretzel so hard that I got you to admit that when you drive perfectly to the shops, that's a mistake. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Okay, you literally just fell into what I was wanting you to do.
Fuck.
Notice earlier
Dude,
he's moaning.
I did not think that you could ruin your reputation even more, but you just did.
Okay.
Let him respond, Reds. Go ahead.
So, like I said earlier, this is what I wanted to happen because Reds was telling me I keep changing the subject and he won't let me change the subject, stick on. Well, that's what exactly. Now he's talking about cars, talking about different things other than what the topic is. So, being a hypocrite as you are, because you cannot stick to the topic, hence why I brought it up, because I wanted to see if you can, is showing you are actually a coward, because you will change the subject instead of sticking to what the subject is. So I'm going back to the original subject. Inferior mirage proves that the Earth does not have physical curve. That is all that counts in this whole 6-year argument, because that's what the video was from the beginning till now. I keep with exactly everything I've said. I'm happy it's coming out because it's showing you to be a dishonest coward that shows to be a hypocrite now as well, because you cannot keep to your own standards. So don't change the subject now and say, well, oh, you're changing the subject. No, that is the subject. Rhetoric, rhetoric, again, is a Earth curve physical or is it optical based on the argument I presented 6 years ago?
So, Red's Rhetoric just now poll, who is trying to change the subject, Reds or Flatzoid? Flatzoid at 98% with 50 votes, 51
Still
votes.
not answering me.
55 votes. Okay, so basically your bullshit story isn't selling. Everyone knows that you're trying to change the subject to something that it isn't.
I asked you, not
want to
everyone.
talk about the geometry of the planet and not your dishonesty. I understand why you're desperate to change the subject. I'm just not going to let you do it.
See what I said, guys? Exactly what I said he's going to do. So coward then. So, Reds, what was my video
If you
about?
tell yourself to
What was my
sleep
video
at night,
about
be
again?
my guest. I'm not allowing you to change the subject.
What was my,
not
exactly.
a chance
That's
in
why I'm
fucking
keeping you
hell.
on it. So what was my video about again?
You have a better chance of finding yourself in bed with Megan Fox than changing the subject with me,
I
motherfucker.
probably will be. Anyway, there's a reason why you don't show your face and I do. So Reds, what was my original video
That
about?
face was deemed a weapon of mass
What is
destruction
my
by the
original
Jews.
video about? What was my original
Are you
video
done?
about? What was my original video about?
I don't care.
That's the subject. What is my original video about?
No, it isn't. Your
So
dishonesty
you're
is the
still
subject.
running away.
No, what you're trying to prove, supposedly prove with your video, I think you forgot at the towards the start of this, I gave you everything on a silver platter. Cool, your video totally debunks the globe. It totally proves that we live on a flat earth with a salad bowl over it with a sun that has a shape-shifting lampshade. Good for you, motherfucker, not the point. The point is of you changing your story as to why you removed those frames.
Again.
First, it was an accident. Then you did it on purpose. Both can't be true, motherfucker. Both can't be true.
Okay, I'm gonna say the statement again. What was the original argument of the video that you are running away
Irrelevant
from?
to this conversation. You're not changing the subject.
It's a simple question. You don't have to take
No,
it further.
I'm not going to change the subject for you. I understand
it's
that's what you want. It's not happening.
So
no, it's not happening.
Is my original video the video up for contention? Yeah.
The 11 frames that you removed is what's up for contention.
So that's the video I'm talking about, correct?
Video.
So that's the video.
The video itself and the point that you're trying to make of the video are two different conversations.
So
I don't care what point you were trying to make with the video. You obviously fucking failed at doing so.
Why are you running?
The point is that you deleted frames and then lied about why you did it. First it was a mistake, and then you did it on purpose. And apparently, according to you, in order to square this circle in your head, you have to say stupid shit like me driving perfectly to the shops was a mistake.
Okay.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
I'm going to keep trying to tell this to you. The original video, the reason why Rhed is running away from this, why he has been running away from this for 6 years, is because he's a coward, and he's showing he's a coward now because we can talk about anything, even driving a car. He can talk about soccer. We can talk about anything other than the actual topic, and that shows you because he's being a hypocrite. He's saying, well, I'm not scared. I just don't want to change the subject, which we've literally talked about 4 different topics tonight. Which he obliged to, but he won't. But he refuses. He refuses to oblige by the actual topic, which is the original video. And the original video clearly states that the Earth curve is only optical, not physical, which Rhetoric proved 6 years ago to me specifically and a lot of other flat earthers why the Earth is not a globe, it's flat. So because he's such a coward and he refuses to answer this, but he can talk about things like soccer or driving a car, shows he is nothing but a coward. And the fact that he cannot show his face shows that there's reasons for that. I'm not going to actually say why. But yeah, he's very insecure. He's very insecure and he's a coward. So Mr. Coward, I'm going to ask you again. Sticking to the topic, what is the video's argument, which we are literally arguing about? What is its topic?
All right, sticking to the topic. When you removed those frames, did you do it by mistake or did you do it for a purpose? According to this video that I am screen sharing right now that everyone can see, it says, Option 1, say I'm sorry for deleting these frames by mistake. And then later on you say, did I delete these frames on purpose? Simple no with a whole bunch of exclamation points. So guess what? You're saying 2 different things then. Because if you deleted them by mistake, meaning no intention was there whatsoever because it was a mistake, and then you said explicitly, did I delete them on purpose? And you're saying no with a whole bunch of exclamation points. That's one thing. You did it by mistake. But then you're saying a different thing. Oh, I did it on purpose. And to try and square the circle, I'm going to come up with some logical bullshit that makes it possible for me to say with a straight face that I can drive to the shops on accident. Like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
Okay, so notice he still didn't answer me. What was my original video? What was the argument for my original video, Reds?
Did you deny cutting those frames at all 6 years ago?
I haven't cut any frames. All the frames are there in the video.
Okay, so 6 years ago from you, it says here, I'm going to find this comment. I was just sent this. It says, I did not cut frames. I paused it and then let it play. Reds is the dishonest one, as they used his 4K to do the frame by frame, but not my video. Mm-hmm. So what you're saying is it was the fault of your downloader because you didn't have the original
Frame rate.
4K file.
I didn't.
You had just the one that you downloaded off of the internet.
Frame
So
rate.
which video is this on? Let's find another example of you lying through your
Can
fucking
you show?
teeth.
Wait,
Let's
are
see.
you denying that frame rate and download?
Okay.
Wait. Are you claiming frame rate and download compression doesn't change how many frames are in a video? Reds?
So they will do. So it's
Hello,
that
I'm asking
one.
you a
Let me
question,
find
Reds.
this video.
So when you have
Shut
a
the fuck up for a
compressed
second. I'm working
when you
here.
have a compressed
All right,
video,
so it's this video.
when
All
you
right,
have
so
a
let's go here.
when you have a compressed video, does it change the frame rate?
Okay, so let's go here. Let's go to your video 6 years ago.
Just press oldest.
Okay.
And it's quicker. Otherwise, you got to scroll all the way down. But okay.
Yeah,
See, guys,
I like making you wait.
See all the
It
content on
builds
Rhetoric
drama.
side, guys. Go and watch the videos because they
I-
usually
it
expose
builds drama
numpties
to
like what you're
make you wait
trying
for
to
it.
watch right now,
Let's
Mr.
see, here we go.
Rhetoric. Yeah, it's quite funny.
it's
Like
there.
one of my favorites there is McToon saying there is no triangulation in celestial navigation when he literally his own citation says there is. You know, things like that. So it's quite funny.
Cool. Your beef with MC Tune has absolutely nothing to do with me.
Or how about
Okay,
Mr.
It's that
Ranty
one.
when he claims there's no such thing as perspective when all he does is complain about perspective.
Okay, so response. So there's actually another example. There's actually another example of you being a complete liar. Okay, so it's actually this video. I have to give thanks. Thank you guys for sending this to me for another example of Flatzoid being entirely full of shit here.
Okay. Go ahead.
I understand it's not a very difficult thing to find, but still, I appreciate all you guys sending it to me. That actually helps out quite a bit. Okay, so it's this comment right here. Then why did you remove frames in original post to deliver your deception? Level of lives just bury you. Then you said, I did not cut frames, ! But you admit now that you did. I paused it and then let it play. That is objectively false. You paused it, removed frames, then let it play. So you dishonest piece of shit. Reds is the dishonest one as they used his 4K video to do frame by frame, not my video. See, and that's weird because you said that you showed all the frames, even though you're now saying, well, I downloaded, so maybe I didn't have all the frames. But I showed all the frames were there, but if I downloaded it, all the frames might not have been there.
Okay, let me try this.
So
explain
this
to you again.
is kind of fucky.
Okay, I'm going to try and explain this again. You even agreed with me earlier when I showed you the original, and you said, yes, all the frames are there.
Yeah,
I would like you to show me.
time.
I would like you to show me one video that I presented of all these that I didn't show all the frames in the video, and
So you
I'm going to
acknowledge
ask
that
you.
downloading the
I'm going to
video
ask
doesn't
you
delete all
again.
the
I'm going to
frames.
ask you again because you seem to have a difficult time understanding this. That
So downloading my video preserves all
okay,
the frames,
great.
right? Since you're now claiming that you showed them all.
yes, all the frames are in the
Okay,
video.
okay. So
Now
so
I'm
the
gonna ask you
download
again,
video
and I'm
thing
asking you
is it
because I asked
trying
you
to run
this.
away from the fact
Why
that
don't
you
you let me
removed
actually
them?
ask you this question, which you were trying to run away when looking for that comment that you want to try and strawman and misrepresent? Do you know how compression?
No, this
Do
comment
you know
was
how
brutal for
do
your
you know
bullshit
how
story.
compression works in a video?
So are you saying that via compression you didn't show all the frames?
I'm asking you a question. Don't ask a question by answering me. Answer me. Do you know how compression works when in a video?
Yes, a video compression can degrade the quality, but
So does
did
it
you
change
or
the
did you
frame
not
rate?
have all the frames because of compression?
Does video compression change frame rate?
Does it?
Yes.
Oh, so you didn't have all the frames.
No, I had the frames which I worked with. Now let's go to
So you
what
had
the
to,
context.
so you didn't show all the frames. You only showed the frames that you had to work
now
with.
let's go to the
so
context.
those 11 frames that
Let's
were
go to the
removed were removed
context.
because you downloaded it wrong?
So let's go to the context of what that video was where you got the
Wait,
comment
are
from.
you saying that those frames were removed because you downloaded it wrong?
You cannot be honest. Let's go to the context of that
Are
video.
you saying those frames were removed because you downloaded it wrong?
What was the video? What was the video that you got that comment from? What is the context?
Wow. So the frames were removed because you downloaded it wrong? Are you fucking shitting me?
I can tell you what the context was. You know why? Because the context was playing two videos next to each other, and my video had compression in it. At that time, I think it was 480p, which that's all I could work with at the time with my laptop, compared to you guys using 4K and placing it next to each other. So the compression changes the difference in the frame rate, hence why you were not able to align them up in sync perfectly, having them frame by frame. That was the context of my comment to the guy on the video you commented about. So next time, instead of trying to make a lie that there isn't, understand arguments have a context to what's going on. So can I get an apology, please?
So the 11 frames, you're going to blame the frame cutting on the download, or are you going to blame the frame cutting on an intentional act by you in your editor? Which one, motherfucker? Which one?
The context is what's shown here.
Point of clarification. Do you mean the frame rate, or do you mean the resolution? Or
the resolution is so when I download, especially with the laptop I was using at that time, it was very slow. I could only download it at like I think 480p. Okay, so when I made it on the laptop, because it was a very crappy computer, I even uploaded I think maximum 48p. Okay, 480p if I remember. Now the difference is they took my original, because that's my original, and they played it alongside his 4K. Now, so everybody knows with compression, no, that's not intentional. It's ill-intentional. What's the word I'm saying? Not intentional, because when you play something that's got a lower compression compared to something like the 4K, you're going to have more frames in the 4K compared to the compressed video.
Let's assume that changing the resolution changes the frame rate. Let's just assume, for the sake of argument, that batch of bullshit is true. Okay, cool. I'm going to give that to you on a silver platter. Did you or did you not still remove frames in your editor? Yes or no?
Yes, but that's not the context of this argument. That's why I say you have to look at context.
Then it doesn't fucking matter.
The context
you still
of
had
this
frames
argument,
to remove, my guy. You still had frames to remove, and you did it.
Moderator is misrepresenting me again. Okay, so the context of this argument, the context of this specific argument was the video where you guys placed the two together. That was the context. I did not remove frames specifically for that context. The context was playing two different, a compressed video and your 4K together and saying, look, they don't align up, so therefore frames removed. That is not what was shown. Okay, so it was argued against me. It was argued against me that it wasn't because of the compression. It was argued against me that I removed the frames. On that context, it was no, I didn't remove the frames there. It was simply the compression that gives the differences between the frame rate of the two videos. I was making a point about frame rate. Now, again, can we get back to the actual discussion instead of trying to misrepresent context, which you're taking out? So, what is the original argument?
Like watching a dog chase its own tail.
Just one point of clarification. So, just so I'm understanding, the reason that you're bringing that last part up, Flatzoid, is it your position that those two videos are there's no frames removed out of either of those two videos? And
no, on my original,
we're just being witness. Hold on one sec. We're just being witness to the compression effects. Is that why you brought that up?
Yeah. You see, that's what I'm trying to say. Yes, in the original, I have frames taken out, obviously because I took the inferior mirage out. Okay? But the argument was there, they played my video and they played the 4K together. Side by side from the beginning and saying, oh, look, it's not aligning up properly, so he did remove frames. And I'm thinking, but that's not the reason they're not aligning up. So the context is, it's not because I took frames out that they're not aligning up, it's because the compression that causes that unalignment. So that's why they are not able to pinpoint how much frames it is. That was the argument. That's the context. So yes, like I said, frames are removed because of removing the inferior mirage. This was not the argument of that in that discussion.
That's why I didn't understand the relevance, because I think what Reds is saying is that you said that you removed it with intention, and I think when he was showing that a minute ago from one of the videos, I think his issue is that it looks to all of us in the audience that, well, you did intend to remove them, like you said, but then in the statement that he showed, I think you were going to say that there's context missing or something, but that's what on its face, I think what he's arguing is that those seem to be contradictory.
Yeah, but that's what I'm pointing out. He's taking a total out of context argument and saying, you see, now you're saying you didn't remove frames. It's the same as someone going to McDonald's. It's the same as someone going to McDonald's it's the same as someone going to McDonald's on a total different day, and then someone saying, but you see, you went to McDonald's. So you lied. No, you didn't lie. You didn't go to McDonald's that day. You were taking out of context saying you went to McDonald's, but it was a total different day. It's exactly the same. The argument there was not about removing frames. The argument there was about the alignment due to the compression. That was the context of the argument.
Okay, let Reds respond to what you said, and then you guys can go back to what you were doing.
You're trying so hard to make excuse after excuse after excuse. Oh, it was because Reds had 4K and I had 480p because of my shitty fucking laptop or whatever. Okay, so are you blaming the missing frames on the lower resolution of your download?
No.
And then you're like, well, no, I'm not. I still deleted frames. I was okay. Did you do that on purpose or accidental? Both. Like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
Again,
like first of all, just to be clear, I'm pretty sure that if you lower the resolution of the video, it doesn't really have all that much to do with the frame rate, because guess what, motherfucker? You still had frames to delete, obviously. Otherwise, you wouldn't have admitted to deleting frames, whether it was on purpose or accidental. So I'm not sure why you're bringing up the resolution like you did in this comment section. To me, it just seems like a pathetic attempt to get out of the fact, to get around the fact that you're being called a fucking liar for it.
Okay.
I'm totally not a liar. Look at this resolution. Look at this thing that could have just been an accident, even though it was on purpose. You're folding yourself into a logical pretzel in real time, and everyone in the live chat is seeing right through your shit, dude.
I don't care about your live chat, because your live chat doesn't want to be honest with seeing what's going on. But I'm going to tell you again.
Okay.
If you take a video and you download it compressed, and you upload it, and you render it, and you download it, it gets more compressed. Have you ever seen the same video that you keep compressing more and more? It gets worse and worse, because it's literally not able to resolve something better, so it removes that frame. This is how it works. That's why you can't keep going and keep on taking a thing and thinking you get the same resolution at the end of the day as the original. It eventually degrades. Okay? Now,
I see. So I'm wrong because you only deleted a lesser number of frames, and only after you downgraded the quality of my video from 4K to something else.
I'm literally can't get anything through to you. You are so dishonest. You will not have an honest discussion. You will rather try and misrepresent people on out of context arguments because you want to be ignorant about a subject, and you want to be cowardice and run away from what the actual argument is, that you will rather try and attack my character than the actual argument presented. So again, I'm appealing to even your dipshit audience. I'm appealing to even your dipshit audience that is listening to this brain fart of a guy. Why is he running away from the actual argument? The argument from day one is 6 years ago, Rhedd's Rhetoric. If I remove an inferior mirage, am I removing your physical earth curve? That is the argument from day one till now. It's been 6 years. Pick up your balls off the ground and actually be a man for once. Are you going to answer? Does removing an inferior mirage take away your earth curve as you claimed?
See, this is attempt number 5 million of you trying to change the subject. To repeat, Flatzoid, I am not, nor will I ever in this conversation, change the subject for you. Again, at the very start of this, or towards the beginning of it, I gave you everything on a silver platter. Cool, your video totally debunks the globe. It totally proves that we live on a magical land tortilla with a salad bowl over it with a sun that has a shape-shifting lampshade. Good for you, not the point. I gave that all of you. Congratulations, you proved the flat earth. I'm now a flat earther, apparently. So, with all that in full understanding and agreement, that doesn't answer the question. Why did you say that you deleted those frames accidentally when you're now claiming to have done it on purpose? Were you full of shit then, or are you full of shit now?
I'm so happy you just agreed that the earth is flat. Shows you don't have a rebuttal to the argument and you had to concede. So I hope everybody takes suit to that if you're Glober. Rhedd's Rhetoric is now a flat earther because he cannot rebut what was shown, because without any other
I think we're about to
rebuttal,
see a rage quit here.
No,
I think we're about to see a rage quit here.
I don't need to rage quit because I'm on for
Oh,
truth.
good. You're going to stay good because I got plenty left in the tank, my guy.
Reds, I'm happy you're a flat earther, and I'm happy that you've manned up to accept that you can't rebut it. So that's cool. So back to what the other argument is then. No, I didn't remove any frames as you place because all the frames are in the video. I did, however, remove the inferior mirage, which by default would mean frames to be removed, which was not my intent. But all the frames are still in the video. But all the frames are still in the video, and I showed very clearly my intent. I pointed out what was going on, and I gave the argument. So no, I have not been dishonest. The only one that's been dishonest is you, because since day one, you've refused to talk to me. This is like, that's how I was like, wow, when you said you're going to talk to me about this. Thanks again, Roger, you rock. And I'm going to say again, thank you, because this proves without a doubt you don't have an honest bone in your body. You refuse to be a man and just own up and say, yeah, okay, I accept what you are saying, instead of character assassinating me because you have no actual rebuttal to what I brought up. But yeah, there's a reason. You're a flat earther now. Welcome to Flat Earth, man.
Cool. So you can accept that, just like you can accept that your completely dog shit excuse was legitimate? No, it was. So you're saying in one breath, by the way, apparently, just like you don't understand what sarcasm is, you apparently don't understand what a logical argument is. So you have a rebuttal. So let me tell you what is not a logical argument. It's not logical to say that a contradictory statement isn't contradictory. It's not logical to say that. You can't say that you did something on accident and on purpose at the exact same time. You trying to do that is literally you folding yourself into a pretzel so you can try and shed the title of filthy fucking liar from your person. That's all you're trying to do, and you're failing miserably at it.
Notice, guys, he's still trying to attack my character. So now you made a claim that you can rebut it. So since you lied to everybody on screen and said you're a flat earther now and you're not actually, can you give us a rebuttal to the argument then?
So here we go with Flatzoid yet again trying to change the conversation by being ignorant on, I don't know, what sarcasm is. So let's try this one more time. Flatzoid, did you delete those frames on purpose or did you do it by accident?
I removed the inferior mirage on purpose.
Which required what?
Frames to be taken out by mistake.
Which required frames to be taken out, so you did it on purpose, right?
No. My intent was not frames. My intent was not frames. I made it very clear to you.
Oh my god.
So, Reds, now that I've answered you 25 times the same answer.
Oh my god, this is great.
Can you tell me how you can
continuously contradict yourself? Hang on, guys. I'm going to do this trick again. Watch as I get Flatzoid to contradict himself again on
I never
command.
Once contradicted myself. I was saying the same thing the whole time.
Here we go again. I'm gonna have you contradict yourself basically without even trying. Here we go. No. This is great. This is great. Hang on. Here we go. Okay, so did you delete those frames on purpose or accidentally?
Again, I've answered it 30 times, so now I'm going to ask Isospin. Can I ask a request that if he goes and carries on misrepresenting me and character attacking me, can we maybe get him to actually be honest and just stop? Because it's not getting anywhere, I guess, because he's turning this into a shit show.
Well, I think, again, the intent for both of you is what your intent is. My intent is just to make sure the audience is keeping track of the conversation, to be honest. So you guys have been fine. You've talked over each other a few times here and there. You both accuse each other of misrepresenting one another. I think it's been pretty civil, all things considered. But go ahead, Flatzoid. If you had something you wanted to pose, go ahead and put it out there. And
okay, great. So I'm just going to repeat myself again. All the frames are in the videos. All the videos I brought. If you can bring me one video that I didn't show all the frames, go ahead. You can't, because I show all the frames in all the videos. By intent, I removed the inferior mirage, not thinking about the frames, because the argument was not about the frames, it was about the inferior mirage. You are running away from the inferior mirage argument and talking over me because you can't accept your cowardice. You can't accept that you don't have a rebuttal to this, hence why you had to lie to your audience a few minutes ago saying you're now a flat earther because you can't rebut it. Great. Now you're saying you can rebut it. So you either lied then or you're lying now. So instead of attacking my character, I want you to just accept I'm saying the same thing the whole time. The frames removed was by mistake because it wasn't intentional. The intent was the inferior mirage. All the frames are still in the videos. You can go watch all my videos. You'll see it there. I was very, very, very clear on what my intent was. Very, very, very clear on pointing what I removed and very, very clear what my argument was. So now I'm being very, very, very clear for the 100th time. Rhedd's Rhetoric, are you going to stop cowering away and rebut the argument which is presented on this video? If I remove an inferior mirage, does that take away physical curve? If you don't have a rebuttal for that, then that means you're a flat earther, as you stated, or you would be lying. If you do have a rebuttal, then I would love to hear it. Please go ahead. Well, I'd take 2 minutes to make my wife coffee. I'll listen while I'm busy.
So right then and there, we just see Flatzoid once again try to change the subject, and apparently his inability to understand sarcasm means I'm lying, guys. How many of you believe that horse shit? Go ahead and type it in the live chat. I would love to see what your guys' opinion is. But again, no, we're not talking about what you think your video proves or doesn't prove once again. What we're talking about is your contradictory reasoning for removing those frames. You had contradictory reasons. So in one breath, it was an accident. On another breath, it was on purpose. It wasn't an accident. So accident, not accident. These things are contradictory. But you're saying they're not contradictory. Both can be true. No, they can't both be true, dumbass. So once again, did you remove those frames on purpose, or did you do it on accident? And before you answer, say, I removed the inferior mirage. When you answer that, I then follow up with a question of which requires what? And if you say deleting frames, then you should be able to follow where that goes logically. It means that when you said you did it on accident, you were full of shit. So I'm going to try this one more time. Think very carefully about your answer, good sir. Here we go. Did you remove those frames on purpose, or did you remove them accidentally? Go ahead.
Same thing I'm going to say again. I removed the inferior mirage on purpose, not the frames on purpose, because I wasn't thinking
the mirage, it requires what?
Why are you talking over me?
Because you're full of shit.
No, you want me to answer the mirage. You don't want me to say what I'm saying because I'm saying the same thing.
What does that require?
Let me put it this way. The reason I'm able to say exactly the same thing I've been saying is because it's not contradictory. You got your lie down. I get it.
And
the reason I'm able to say exactly the same thing is because I'm not lying. Now, I want you to steelman my argument so we can all see if you have the brain cells to understand what my argument is. Please steelman my argument.
You mean change the subject? No, I'm not going to do that. So once again, when you claim that, I didn't remove the frames, I removed the mirage, which required removing the frames. You're making a distinction without a difference, my guy.
Can you still man the argument?
I'll tell you. Give me a second. I'll tell you where we're at. And I think you guys both know, but for the audience sake, right now, what you're saying, Flatzoid, is that your argument is related to the content and what the implications are by the superior mirage, what have you. And Rhedd's is saying that his is about the meta of the actual the video tactics, the way that you edited, the way that you tried to do this, do that, And so you guys are on two different wavelengths on what the actual topic of discussion is, and that's why we're not crossing.
I see spin. I see spin. I think he's doing that shit on purpose, though. I think he knows exactly what the argument is, and he's trying desperately to change it. I'm just not going to let him do it. In this stream, he made 3 different stories. He made up 3 different stories that it was on purpose, that it was an accident, that it wasn't any of those because he downloaded a lower resolution video. Like, this motherfucker can't keep his story straight, and so he's trying desperately to change the subject.
You just literally lied now again. So you know what? Bring it up. Wait. Bring up me saying all these changes. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Let's see. So we already clicked on the first video. Let's count them together. Are you ready to count them? Are you ready? Okay. Cool. So, possibility number 1. Write this down. Write this down. Write this down. You're going to miss it. Write this down. Do you see it? Do you see it? Are you writing it down? No, possibility number 1.
Wait.
Deleting those frames. No. Write this down. Write this down. You said we need to count them together. We're going to count them together, my guy. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. No. Put some ice cubes on the nips. No. Hang on. Ice cubes on the nips. Calm down.
Hold on.
Calm down.
Calm down.
Calm down. No. Come on. Let's do this together.
Wait. Calm down. Stop for a second. All right. Give me a second. I'm gonna give you 15 seconds, Flatzoid. Just tell us exactly where your mind's at right now, and then I'm gonna let Reds go. Go ahead.
Shot. Reds, you just made a claim that in the stream, I keep on contradicting myself. So I want you to show in the stream where I contradicted myself. Do you have any, how can I say, clips of me contradicting myself in the stream, please? Go ahead.
All right, perfect. So number 1, write this down. I'm sorry for deleting these frames by mistake. So possibility number 1, write this down. You're going to miss it. Write this down. No, write this down. Number 1, possibility number 1. Hang on. It's okay.
Moderator, he's not doing what I asked.
It's okay.
He's not doing what I asked.
Just relax. Hang on. Relax. There you go. There you go. Hang on. It's okay.
Did you finish school? Do you know what show me clips means?
It's okay. We'll get through this together.
FTFE tactics
because
don't
I
work with
understand
me,
it's very
man.
difficult to have your bullshit shoved up your ass.
Because of you guys.
Okay, I understand.
So the only one who's triggered is you.
It's okay. Calm down. No. It's okay. There you go. You calm down. Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
Moderator, ask for clips.
It'll be better if one of you guys wants to let the other go. We'll get through it, and then I'll let you each respond. Okay.
Yeah, I just need him to show me the clips because he's not showing.
So you gotta shush. He's wasting everybody's time. Because you interrupted me, not the other way around. So shut the fuck up.
That's fine. That's fine. He might be wasting our time. Make it quick, Reds, and then I'll let you have the floor and tell everyone why he's doing something that's irrelevant. Okay.
Thank you. Perfect. I appreciate it. So Flatzoid, calm your nipples. All right, you good? There you go. So, number 1, write this down. Say I'm sorry for deleting these frames by mistake. So that's possibility number 1. Possibility number 2, Flatzoid, which you said in the stream, write this down too, that you did it on purpose. That in itself is a fucking contradiction. And then if we go back to your fucking channel and we click on this video, and we go to your comments, and you made this reply in your comments. You said that, well, I'm actually going to blame, I didn't cut frames, it was the lower frame rate. So that's possibly number 3. So now that you've written all those down, which one is it?
Oh, you're done.
Oh, there it is. Let me highlight it for everyone, just so people can see it. There we go. I did not cut frames. I paused it and then let it play. So no frames cut according to this entirely false comment here. Reds is the dishonest one, as they used his 4K video to do frame by frame, not my video, blaming it on the quality of the video and not your dishonest frame cutting in your editor. So those are 3 things. Which one is true?
Flatzoid, you've got the floor. Tell us. I don't want you to interrupt, Reds. Go ahead and give yourself 90 seconds to respond. Okay.
Okay, this is easy. Notice I asked for clips. in the stream where I lied, as you claimed, and contradicted myself. You failed to do so. You didn't present any clips. Secondly, you are showing dishonesty again by bringing a misrepresented out of context comment of 6 years ago from an actual video in a different context. Again, you've been pointed out. So this shows you are again dishonest. And I would like you to show where I contradicted myself tonight by actually clipping me and showing me, because you said you can do this. So are you lying, or are you just not able to do what you said?
So notice how Flatzoid couldn't answer that question, because by answering the question, that means he would have not one, but two instances of him lying. So, Flatzoid, I asked the question once again. It's okay. It's okay. Shh, 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 shh. It's okay. Calm your nipples. Calm your nipples. Ice cubes on the nips. Cool. So, the question again, which one is true? Which of the three options is true? Did you do it on purpose? Did you do it accidentally? Or did you not do anything whatsoever because it was the frame rate's fault?
All of them are true because they were in different contexts.
All of them are true. Okay.
Do you know what context
all of them
means?
are true.
Do you know what the word context means?
I drove to the shops on accident. Okay.
Do you know what context means? Do you know what context means?
You brought up the context a couple times about the comment, I think specifically, Flatzoid, that was in that video. Are you saying that it's missing context?
Yes. I'm saying he's taking a video out of context and trying to claim that I'm saying I never deleted any frames in a video. It's total different context. The argument was not about the frames. The argument was about laying them side by side, and I'm telling you why it has those issues.
I did not cut frames. Oh, look at that. Is English your first language? Do you know what this means when you say I did not cut frames?
Listen what the argument is. Then why did you remove frames in original?
Wait. That's very hard to
remove
decipher.
Frames in original post that adhere to the deception levels of. Go up to the video, please.
Let's ask.
Go up to the video, please. Go up to the video, please.
Go to
Reds, go up to the video, please.
Are you saying that the context that it's missing, Flatzoid, is in the video itself?
Yeah, go up to the video, please.
Hang on one second.
Can you go up to the video, Reds? No.
I have a quick question for you.
Go up to the video,
Can you
Reds.
decipher what it means when a person says, I did not cut frames?
Why are you refusing to go up to the video, Reds? Why are you refusing to go up to the video, Reds? Oh, I know. Because he doesn't want his audience to actually see what the context of the video is.
Okay, here we go. Let's see what it says. All right, guys. Let's have a moment of silence here.
When someone says I did not cut frames, they're claiming they didn't remove or delete any frames from a video in video editing terms. A frame is a single still image in the sequence that makes up a video. Cutting frames means taking out some of those images, which shortens or alters the sequence of events. So if a person says they did not cut frames, they're asserting the video is continuous and unaltered. No moments are missing. Do you want me to also explain the difference between cutting frames and trimming or cropping? Since people sometimes mix those terms up.
Why are you not going to the top of the video?
We'll see if that's necessary in a moment, but thank you very much, ChatGPT.
Wait.
I appreciate your help.
Does ChatGPT have the context of this argument?
According to that, it seems that I'm understanding what you fucking typed quite well.
Does ChatGPT have the context of the argument? Reds?
Oh god, that's great. I fucking love it.
Does ChatGPT have the context of the argument, Reds?
Oh god.
Answer me. It's a yes or no question.
I agree. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to
notice how he's not answering me.
Ask
I see.
real quick.
Why is he not answering
let's try
me?
This.
He refuses to go to the top of the video.
Here we go.
And he refuses to answer me.
Hey, ChatGPT, I have a question for you.
Is this the best mod? Do you
If someone claims to have not deleted frames, but then claims that they deleted frames on purpose, is that a contradiction?
You are misrepresenting me. You are taking things out of context, and you are not
so
going
now we're
where I'm
going
asking
to play this a moment of silence for the chat GPT. What was the answer? Let's find out together, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters.
Yes, that's a contradiction. Here's why. Saying I did not delete frames was claiming no frames were removed. Saying I deleted frames on purpose, admitting that frames were removed intentionally. Those two statements directly oppose each other. You can't both not delete frames and delete them on purpose at the same time. Would you like me to also show you how you could phrase this clearly in a debate discussion, so it's easy for others to see the contradiction?
I would love for you to do that.
Moderator, you can do your job, or
I mean,
no. This is good. This is good.
If you have a response, I can
Perfect.
give you a
Here's
response.
one way you could phrase it in a clear,
really, this is
debate-friendly
ridiculous
way.
now. Come on.
First, he said he did not delete frames.
This is
That's a direct claim
Moderator,
that the
can
video
you
was
actually
untouched.
do your job now?
But
Because this is
later,
getting
he admitted he
ridiculous. I'm not
deleted
here to
frames
debate
Reds.
a misrepresentation
That's the
and
exact
chat
opposite.
GPT that doesn't even
Both
know the
statements
context.
can't be
I
true at
want
the
him to
same
actually
time.
keep
Reds.
with what's
Either
shown.
no
Yeah.
frames were deleted, or
I
frames
understand.
were
We
deleted
don't want you
intentionally.
to run
By
or
making
to
both
lead the
claims,
debate
he
either.
contradicted himself, which
This
calls
is a
his
waste of
honesty
my
Reds,
and
if you
time.
can
This
let
is
him,
literally a waste of my
question.
time.
if you can let him
Do you want me to
respond.
make this
Neither
sharper
he
and
won't,
more
because
hard-hitting,
Reds is nothing
like
but
for
a
debate,
disgusting
or
punk.
calmer and explanatory, like for Discord?
All right, there you go. As we can see, it looks like I understand what the fuck you said quite nicely, and you're trying to run away from what you yourself said. So would you like to finally apologize for being a dishonest piece of shit, or are you going to continue to make a complete ass out of yourself? Your choice.
Okay, first of all, you did not go up in the video like I asked you to. Second of all, you've been explained this is taken out of context. Third of all, was ChatGPT aware of the context of the argument? No.
So when you said this is a single reply to a single comment. The comment was, why did you remove frames
to
in
the top
original
of the
post
damn
to
video,
to
Reds.
deliver your deception?
Go
Your
to the
response
top-
in this one
go
comment to this
to the
one post
top-
was, I did
top,
not cut frames,
up,
exclamation point.
Up. Go up to the
Flatzoid,
top of the video.
Open the video, Flatzoid, and you can share.
Yeah, you
Strong
do it.
Reliable
No,
share
go
it.
to, he just
You
needs to
do
go
it.
to the top of the video. The problem is a lot
You
of
do
things
it.
I try and show you, it doesn't really show on my screen. That's why I'm asking him to do it.
Well,
No, he can do it. Why can't he do it? That's my question. Why can't Reds...
Because I'm focused on this comment.
Yeah,
if you're going to
because
focus
you're
on
a
something else
dishonest punk who
entirely, then you can
refuses-
fucking
who
do it.
refuses to understand
Your
you're taking
context
things...
is merely
Okay,
a diversion,
I got a
dude.
question for
Your
you, Reds.
context
I
is
got
merely
question
a
for you.
diversion.
I got a question for you. If you take someone out of context and they're telling you you're taking them out of context and you carry on taking them out of context, does that make you a dishonest liar?
wait a second.
So when I see
hold on,
your-
No, I see.
One
Keep
sec,
quiet.
one
This
second.
is Reds. I asked Reds a very
1 second.
specific question. I'm not here to debate
I know.
all of you. I'm here to debate Reds.
I'm
You
not
let him
debating you.
spew
I'm not
his
debating.
bullshit. No, you let him spew his bullshit about me for the last 2-3 minutes now without even just telling him, listen here, do what's said. Now I'm asking you, Reds, straight away. If you are
God.
misrepresented and someone's telling you, and you're telling them you misrepresented and they carry on misrepresenting you, does that make you a dishonest liar?
Oh, the victim complex is great. What were you saying, Icy Spin?
Okay.
All I was going to say is 1 second, and I'll let you go. You guys can go back and forth.
No.
Flatzoid, I know.
There we go, guys. I'm done with this. This is bullshit. If Icy Spin, you don't even want to man up against Reds with all that nonsense, I'm not interested. He's just wasting my time. So yeah, go with it and say flippin' rate, crit, whatever you want. There's just... No. That's where I draw the line. StreamYard, I'm going to let people come in. I'm not going to talk long though because it is late. And I mean, I want to go sleep. But let me bring the link into studio. That was nonsense. Add, present, invite. There we go, guys. There's the link to come in. If you guys want to come in and have a discussion so we can see what's going on. But that's like total nonsense. Red's debates. I gave him his opportunity. He didn't want to take it, so It's just unfortunately how it is. Properties. Let me try. I'm still trying to get it up. Sorry, man. Hey, Ferris Baller, how's it going?
It's Bueller.
Bueller, it's Roger. How's it going, man? And Jaden. Just trying to get it on screen now. Sorry, guys. Give me 2 seconds. PJ as well. Trying to get it up. Why is it not working?
Now I can see StreamYard on the YouTube side.
Is it showing?
Well, it's not now. Well, it's showing continuous flux. So maybe that's 20 seconds ago. Showing properly now.
No, it's not showing. How's it going, guys?
Good, yeah, it's not showing properly. It's just saying continuous flux. So FB.
Wait. Oh, wait. Maybe I have to do it this way.
Probably sharing the
yes,
wrong
there we go.
screen or
Now it's
something.
showing. Okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
how's it going, guys?
Whoa! I
Whoa.
tell you what, in 6 years, dude, that dude doesn't change, does he? He's got worse. He's got worse, bro, and he doubles down and doubles down. I knew exactly what you meant by the mistake thing. I knew exactly what you meant, and they've got to remember as well. English is not your first language. You know what I mean? I knew exactly what you meant by
But
it.
the
and
thing
there's-
i- the
and
thing
you're
is,
right,
PJ
he was obfuscating.
But
He was
PJ,
obfuscating as
the
well
thing is, it
from the
doesn't matter
point.
what language, even if
Yeah.
it's my 10 language. The fact
Yeah.
is, he was very, very dishonest. This was
Oh,
his
absolutely.
and Icy Spin, I think, did okay in the beginning, but at the end now, I'm sorry, he refused.
That was ridiculous.
Babe,
Yeah, I
babe,
think the guy knew you made a mistake, and instead of saying, "Oh yeah," like both of your statements can
That
be
was
true, he's
ridiculous.
just trying to get you to contradict yourself, and he's trying to back you in a corner.
And
Even he knew what he was doing was condescending. I'm
I
so
mean,
sure.
the
of it.
mod, I kept typing in chat to the Flats, tell the mod he can't say that about your wife.
I know.
I mean, it's
yeah,
not
that
the
was
mod.
disgusting.
You can't say that
Every
about
time he
your
said
wife.
that, I wanted to
You know what
punch
I mean?
him.
Like, come on. You can, it's bad enough insulting the person ad hominem. You're meant to be in a debate. That's a
Yeah.
fallacy,
I
ad
just-
hominem fallacy.
Yeah,
You know?
I just want to
But- yeah.
say, sorry guys, there was a super chat. Roger Little, thank you for your gifted membership, man. Appreciate it.
You're
And
welcome.
LJ says, Megan Fox is a trans dude. Welcome to Flat Earth. Thank you very much.
I don't know about that, bro.
Hey guys, can I make a point right quick? The videos comparisons were actually comparisons of the horizon, and that's all that really was, right? Correct? When they were doing side by side with the fork.
Oh, the side by side when he did that was completely different. He was trying to say that you lied about removing the frames. Then
The-
no, that was completely
No,
different.
that's what I'm saying. They were moaning with that video, with the side by side. You see, I removed frames because they don't align up. But my argument was, no, that's not because of the removed frames. That's because of the compression and the frame rate was different.
Yep.
So when I took
Right.
it to the program I was using, okay, you can set the frame rate to whatever you set it at. And because it's already compressed, it's different to what his 4K was, and it was a rubbish video laptop. So I could work only on low resolution. So I worked with what I had. That was literally the context of that. It had nothing to do with removing frames. They would keep bringing up removing frames because of Rhetoric. And I
Yeah.
explained
Do you
this
see
now
what-
how much times to the guy, but he refuses
Yeah.
to acknowledge
Do you
it.
see what Dakin just said in your chat, or Dakin, whatever you want to call him? He says, as a globe earther, I think Flatzoid crush Reds. As a globe earther, he said you crush Reds.
Yeah, I mean, Red's just, dude, it was like the same
awful,
thing
dude.
for an hour and a half, 2 hours, bro. It got
Same thing.
nowhere.
All he
It
wanted
literally
to do
got
was
nowhere. I
hold
think you
character.
ended on the same question you started with, which is
Yeah.
somehow, how's that even possible?
Yeah, but how?
He
You know
was
what I
there.
mean? Like,
I just want to know
He was there
though,
to
how
assassinate your
is
character.
I want to know how is it off topic when literally the topic is about what we were talking about, and he can talk about car driving and talk about McDonald's and can talk about my wife and talk about that, but it's me off topic when I'm literally talking about what the video is.
Yeah, the original edit was actually just to get rid of the Mirage to begin with. It has nothing
That's
to
it.
do with
And if there was another way to get rid of the Mirage,
Awesome.
then take out the frames, I'm sure you would have done it. But yes, the frames was you had to take out the frames to get
Sure,
the Mirage.
but yeah, that's
so
what I'm
what was
saying.
what was the purpose? Was to take out the Mirage. So
Not the
so
frames.
the frames was just the byproduct of that. You know, it was the remains to that. I mean.
Yeah, but
You know what I mean?
like I said, the reason he didn't want to actually get to it is because he had no rebuttal to it. So he ended up actually lying again in his audience for saying, yeah, oh, well, I'm now flat earth, I give it all to you, blah, blah, blah. And then started saying, no, it's sarcastic. So that's a lie. Even though he wants to play sarcasm, it's a lie because he has no rebuttal to it.
I just don't see like the significance, bro. Like, is this 11 frames really like the missing piece to the globe model? Like, if we found these missing 11 frames, would I just be like, oh my gosh, it's a globe? Like, no, dude, it's so irrelevant anyways. Like, it's just such a weird thing to gripe about.
Jaden, they're not missing. That's the thing, they're not missing. On the video, they're there on the video, and Flats does a video with them there and takes out, and it's not 11 frames, it's about four frames he takes out. So they're there. The full frames are there, the whole video's there, and the 4 frames taken out is there.
This reminds me of the Brenda thing, dude. Where were the 4 frames in between those 2 sailboats? You remember that? Because they were taken 6 seconds apart. Where are those missing frames, dude? There's at least like 50 missing frames there, dude. Let's go make a whole conspiracy about that in a 6-year campaign.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you, Arnold Studios, for your $5 super chat. But no, you're not a long-time fan of me. You're a guy that makes AI videos that misrepresents me. But thank you for your super chat anyway. So no, I won't be.
So is he actually trolling?
Yes, he's trolling. He's the guy that made that AI video.
Because he said some nice things in there, so he's actually trolling. Okay,
he's buttering them up. Yeah.
Well, not nice things, but things that would be on your side. But
yeah, but Jaden with the Brenda, that's not about frames. It's about cause and effect. The cause of that picture is actually lower than the other one. The other one's higher. But the cause of the boat's disappearance is actually the water actually is higher because of the ocean's motions. And
but
it
yeah,
has nothing to do with curvature.
But I got out of this not a debate. I got what I needed because everybody can see the dishonesty. Well, normal people can see the dishonesty from him, and they can see he clearly has no intention to be honest. And that's why I say that's a reason why he doesn't show his face.
I'm sorry, I've had that. No, it's not just an AI video of you. It's an AI video of all of us.
Yeah, that's what I say. Unfortunately, I'm not going to promote it. So thank you for the super chat, but I'm definitely not promoting that nonsense. And by the way, that AI video, I have the right to report it as fraud because it's literally how can I say it's what did they say? Mimicking us?
It's a fake image of you.
Yeah, it's
he misrepresented.
Misrepresenting you actually.
Counterfeit.
It's counterfeit. They're counterfeiting us.
Yep.
They do that a lot.
Without your consent.
Without my consent. He's making AI say things I never said.
Yeah.
If you were in South Korea, you'd be busted for that.
Just like Rhed was doing at the end there. Just asking him no context whatsoever. Just yeah, but it was hard. It was hard listening to him.
Yeah, I almost wanted to leave it.
But yeah, at the end of the day, I'm man enough to show my face. I'm man enough to stick up for what I believe in, and telling the truth. Hence why I didn't contradict myself once throughout him trying to draw me on the same thing, where I caught him contradicting himself constantly. There's a reason for that. And does he really think I care what his chat thinks? Because we all know who's in his chat. It's the same nonsense trolls that hate me anyway.
Right. Exactly.
I know. He kept saying, chat, who's the most dishonest in here? Chat, who's the... Obviously, his chat's going to stick up for him because they were coming over to your side and sticking up for him. So obviously they're going to.
The mirror on the wall. Who's the honest of them all?
The thing is, angle of evaluation. Since Rhed made his channel, he's never shown his face. He refuses to show his face. He's actually been called out for this for all the years he's been on YouTube. He doesn't want people to know how he looks like for a reason. Because he knows how dishonest he is with people.
Yeah. And that's the first in 6 years he's actually said yes to debating you. He's always ran, hasn't he?
Remember, he was part of the whole Sean Hubbard thing, stealing the money?
Yes. 10 grand, wasn't it? 10 grand.
10 grand.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's calling you dishonest. Wow. Unbelievable.
And notice I kept quiet
Someone
with him
stole
about
10
that.
grand.
I could have easily turned it on him, but
have.
unlike him, I actually have integrity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, was Sean Hubbard doing that GoFundMe to
Yes,
get
the
drawn
fake
or
one who
something?
stole money, and Rhetoric was part of it.
Yeah.
There was a whole court case and thing about it. So, hey Luca, how's it going?
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, Luke.
Hi. How's it going? I'm going good.
Oh man, I just got
Okay.
a copy of the Hey Arnold video.
So I just want to apologize to everybody because I'm sure your brain is as hurt as mine at the moment.
I kind of thought maybe after 6 years, Flatsy, he might have chilled out a bit, but no, he's just the same, if not worse. It's just the same crap I expected from him 6 years ago, if not a bit longer than that. I don't know how long he's been in it, but he was definitely in it 6 years ago, and he was definitely like that 6 years ago, definitely.
I thought he would have chilled out within an hour, but somehow, like I said, the debate ended on the same question it started with, so it got nowhere.
The problem is,
and there was no discussion at all. It was
Yeah.
just insults, and it
the
was
problem
awful.
with
Yeah.
Reds is he's a very immature crybaby who never wants to just be honest. You know, he has a goal from the beginning to be as dishonest as he can, to try every play. If you haven't realized, I don't know if you guys caught it, every time he tried another anti-flat earther tactic. That's why I called him out for Craig's anti-flat earth tactic at the end, because that's exactly what he was doing. Before that, he tried McToon's. He even tried Dave McKeegan's tactic at one stage.
He tried them.
And
So,
yeah, it's
I got a
what he
question
had.
for you. Why does anybody rebut it? What taking out an inferior mirage? Where's the Earth curve? That's what we want an answer for.
He never got there, and he was intentional about it. He never wanted to go there. That's where he'll be called out.
Can I just say fair play to Dakin for being a glober and seeing the truth in that situation. Bless you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, this isn't about global flat. Okay.
No.
This is simply about integrity and being honest. And for 6 years now, Reds has been lying about me and pushing false narrative about me. He's literally been trying to defame my character because he is too much of a coward to face the music, that his video shows that the Earth does not have physical curve. Because he claimed that inferior mirage, when I took it out, was me taking his physical curve away. And he doesn't want to own up to it.
Video, did he? He still didn't show the original.
No, he didn't want
No,
to. I had to show it.
Yeah, exactly.
He would not let.
Well, didn't you and Saab go over this like what, a year, almost 6 months ago? Like literally went through this video.
I've gone over this so many times these last 6 years.
Good few times.
I mean, and that's being honest. You're showing his video side by side with the video you edited, over and over and over again. It's annoying, dude. And then the reason why. And
the amount as well. It's always 11 frames. I remember 5 years ago they were saying
13.
4 frames.
And
right. I remember 4 frames. Sorry, I remember 3 frames. I remember 4 frames. I rember 6 frames. So it was a 13 as well.
Well,
okay.
The first stream they did when he accused me of Spurs Chemo being me, they first settled with 24 frames.
Oh, 24.
Then they moved to 17. And then they moved to 13. And eventually they came to 11. I think the 11 eventually came on because of Slice Barcane.
Wow.
Well, I can settle it.
Sorry?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, it's objectively 11 frames.
No, that's not objectively 11. It's subjectively 11 frames. Do you know what the difference between subjective and objective?
Well, objective is a fact and subjective is an opinion.
And I am factual to show you it's only 4 frames, Luca.
Well,
I literally showed it on screen
did
tonight.
count
I
11,
literally showed the analysis on screen tonight.
I did count 11 at one time, so I can say it's 11.
It's not.
So then it's subjective, not objective, because you claim it to be that, Luca.
But I did count them, so
On what
is
frame rate? On what
objective.
frame rate did you count it?
Well, I just went frame by frame on the video.
On what frame
Count
rate?
it on Flatzoid.
Frame rate, dude.
Well, but I don't know what frame rate I used. Just
Wow.
the standard frame rate, I guess. Well,
Well,
what's the standard
24
frame rate?
frames a second, 30 frames a second, 60 frames a second?
Exactly.
1 frame a second?
Oh my
You
word.
don't get one frame.
Okay,
Nobody does 1 frame a second.
That would be good. You'd be like play motion, stop motion.
Yeah, I did 1 frame per second. You know, I went through 1 frame a second. Just
Well, what
tap,
the
tap,
the
tap.
Are
point
you
is
trolling?
when the
Nico,
video
are you
is
trolling, man?
Oh,
Really?
No, it's on Jack of all trades. You know,
Oh,
he
no
made a
doubt.
short about it.
No doubt.
All right.
Jack of all
Okay.
trades.
So when you're taking a video, you set your frame rate. You have a frame rate set. That's actually the seconds that actually go in real time. Yeah. All right. So slowing it down doesn't change the real time that the video is made in. You get where we're going here, Luca? It's simple.
Anyway, guys.
I mean,
Yeah.
You guys got any closing statements? We can maybe do another 9 minutes, but that's really it.
I've already
Yeah.
said what I wanted to say.
Yeah, Rhed is a coward that can't just answer the question that's been asked for 6 years. No, you had to try and assassinate somebody's character. You know, that you kept saying, everybody can see how dumb you are, Dutch. Everybody can in my chat. Well, everybody can see how dumb you are, Reds, in this chat too. You know?
So I
He's
say,
just
Mr. Jingles,
dishonest.
sorry. Mr. Jingles, thanks for your £2. He says, Keith, Luca's 11 frames was funny, though. It was.
Oh,
His
he's
11 frames.
No.
video like jumping in the pool, boys. Yeah, that was funny.
So if you're taking 11 frames per second, that's still going to be a kind of a slow video too, isn't it?
If you took 11
slow
frames a second away, you wouldn't have a video left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd hoped that Reds had chilled some sort, but I kind of forgot what. I mean, I did. As soon as he started talking, I remembered exactly what he was like. I was like, oh yeah, I remember. He's not changed.
I mean, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter, right? What frame rate the video's at.
Of course
If
it
you're
matters.
going 1 frame per second, it's
Of
1
course it
frame per
matters.
second.
Luca, let me try and explain to you. If you take a video at 24 frames a second, that means every second it takes 24 pictures.
Frames.
Okay, those are frames. If you take one at 60, it takes 60 photos in that second.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm only having a video at 24 frames, but he was done in 30 frames, there's 6 frames missing in that second. So 6 frames missing. Do you understand that?
Come on.
I
A video is a section is literally just a loop of pictures. It's pictures like this the whole time. That's what a video is.
Eighth of a second.
This what's happening now. What we're doing now is a whole bunch of pictures in succession.
Yeah.
Being layered over each other together. Yeah. But with 11, if you took out 11 frames of a video, how many seconds in real life is that?
Depends on the frame
For the
rate.
effect of the mirage.
Depends on the frame rate, exactly.
And if you just take out the effects of the mirage and nothing else in that frame or those frames, after that mirage is gone, what do you see? A flat horizon, dude.
But that's the point I was
With that-
making, because Reds, in that original stream he made when he accused Spurs Chemo of being me, which is funny, he clearly said there, they took away my Earth curve. So he took away the Earth curve. So when he says we took away the Earth curve, after I'm showing him taking away a, and that was the whole panel, by the way, all of them.
Yeah.
When we took away the inferior mirage, that means he's claiming an optical effect is their physical horizon.
And it's not.
This
And
to
did
me
you
was
know-
the original Black Swan, actually.
Yeah. And did you notice that when they weren't assassinating, well, when he wasn't assassinating your character, when it wasn't working on you, then you had to go to Jesus. You know what I mean? Oh, I didn't know. I don't care if you were trying to please Jesus with how many frames and all that you're taking out. I don't care if he was going to come down and shine your whatever for it. You know what I mean? Like, why would you talk about people, even though you haven't got that faith? Why would you then talk about other people's faith like that just to try and get at them? It's horrible.
Yeah, but he was
it's horrible.
He was trying every play in the book to try and get me aggravated.
Right.
And I have to tell you, if it wasn't so
it would have
late,
worked for me.
if it wasn't so late, I would have just still bit my tongue and carried on. But I saw the time, I'm like, and Icy Spin is now literally too afraid to stand up against Reds, probably because remember I got nothing against Icy Spin actually. I think he just couldn't go against Reds because of everybody there. He's in that crowd. So if he goes against that crowd, he's going to get backlash. Because I could see his face while I was explaining, he was understanding what's going on.
Yeah. But as a mod, he could have said, look, come on, Reds, there's no need to talk like that in a debate, especially about a guy's family.
Yeah.
Move for every 2 seconds, move for things like that. You know, it's no good.
F this, F that.
Can I run an analogy past you, Luca, right quick? On days when there's no mirage, what kind of effect would show Earth curve? There are days when their mirages aren't there. The mirage is not there as an effect of Earth curve. You know.
Well, on a clear day, it's still pretty much. On a good day, you'd see a bit. You'd see less than if there was a mirage or refraction in play, because there's always refraction, but on a good day there's less refraction in play, therefore you'd see a bit less because the Earth because the light doesn't bend as much and lift things above the curve of the Earth, so you wouldn't see as much. That's
what I thought your answer would be.
I suppose.
How about I show you video further than it should be on those clear days when you can actually see objects beyond the physical curve of the Earth? What do you have? What's your explanation for those? I
suppose I'd have to ask if it was a good day or not.
There are good days and bad days. What you do is just keep filming over and over again on those days, and you actually get clear days where you can actually see things beyond your so-called Earth curve.
I'll be back now, guys.
Black Swan car, dude.
And it's just measured flat too, so there you go. You'll get there someday.
Hold on, wait, isn't that a claim?
It's not a claim. It's what actually happens.
The Earth is measured flat. That definitely sounds like a claim to me.
Because it is.
It has a level, dude. Yeah. Flat is level.
So
all navigation, radio waves, bridges.
So now you'll have to provide evidence of that, though.
Canals,
because it's a claim. You claim
circumnavigation of the Earth uses a sextant, uses level, parallel lines, horizontal lines. Yeah. So angle measurements of stars.
So the next excuse I get out of people is level curves. That's what you're going to tell me next.
Yep.
Well, in some context.
Well, you're pre-assuming a sphere Earth, and you're using the radius of that sphere Earth to the center to actually get your level curve. But nobody's ever been to the center of the Earth, dude.
Well,
I see too far. Yeah. We see too far as well.
Yeah.
We see oil.
Are you sure we see too far? Or are we saying what we should be saying?
Beyond the physical geometric sphere edge that you claim the radius of, there are several counts where we see way too far. Yeah.
But refraction.
Yeah, that's the next one.
You need to take it into account. So.
Yeah, but on days when refraction is less, we still see further. Refraction has nothing to do with the optics.
Even using an infrared camera cuts out the refraction. We're seeing too far.
All right.
It's just you can demonstrate yourself. You can go out to an ocean, look for an oil rig, find out how far it is.
I mean, Luca, look how you couldn't believe how when you came into mine and you seen that Jim's observations of the moon were really, really, really clear, and you couldn't believe that it was without telescope. You know, it was just a P900, and you thought, no, it's got to be a telescope. It's got to be to see it that clearly. Do you really think it's 250,000 miles away? You can see it that clearly with a P900, especially when you thought you need a telescope for that. Come on.
Well, I suppose I did correct myself in the end. So, you know, he did say that he didn't use the telescope. So there you go.
There you go. But is it not made you think any?
Well, I was just a bit wrong about that. So.
Okay, you were wrong, but is it not made you think about the distance at all?
Well, no, not really.
Really? Wow. But you really thought it should be done with a telescope because it was so clear and looked so close. But when you found it, when you thought it was a P900, it was like, no, it can't be. So you don't think there's something sus about the distance now?
Why?
Because that was your reasoning. That was your reasoning. There's no way it can be done without a telescope because it wouldn't look that close. That was your reasoning. So now you found that it's not done with a telescope because it made you think a bit.
Then I found out that it actually could be done. So, you know, I was wrong.
Okay, but your reasoning for it, does it not make you question that? No? Okay, fine.
Not really.
Okay. It would me. If I tell you, it would me, definitely. I mean, that's partly.
Well, let's get back. I want to go back to the actual observation of the splashdown. How far away was that splashdown when it was actually filmed?
Actually, I've got a video for this. Give me 2 seconds. You guys are gonna love this because Mr. Yeah, you're gonna see. I'm not gonna spoil it.
Well, the infrared is apparent, right? So.
Huh? Say again. What did he say? What did you say, Luca?
It doesn't. I think it already includes it. No?
Infrared?
Yeah, it includes refraction. It doesn't cut it out.
Huh?
It cuts through. It cuts through.
What refraction is caused by moisture, other effects in the air. You're looking at the actual light signature. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, I just gotta find it quickly. Difficult to find that channel anymore, to be honest.
Dude, did you see all those little thumbnails of Flatzoid on his channel? Good grief!
Oh yeah,
he was obsessive.
At one point, especially with these 11 frame thing, that was all different numbers of frames. It's been going, like I say, Flats has been saying, "Come on, then, let's debate it for 6 years." He's been calling Flats the same thing for 6 years, piece of crap. You know what he was saying tonight, but still wouldn't talk to him about it. Then he did tonight. Obviously, when he got
the thing is, I can show recently where he says he refuses to talk to me about it.
Right?
He ran away from me, and this was very recently. That's how I was surprised when that other Roger guy set it up, because actually he wanted Sov to debate him. And, you know, Sov doesn't want to debate him. And I said, I'm more than happy to debate him. And somehow he convinced him to debate me. So give it up for Roger, that Roger dude. Thank you very much. I think he's a nice
Roger
guy.
that. Yeah.
Roger that, Roger.
I'm trying to get Brandon Toy's channel, Randy's old channel. Anybody got a link for me?
Oh, I'll get it.
I'm trying to find the channel. I just can't seem to get it.
It's Brandon's. It's under Brandon's.
Yeah, Brandon's.
What I mean is, like, infrared is not immune to refraction. It makes it less.
So yeah, basically everything's bending over a curve with infrared is what you're saying?
Well, it makes it less of an effect, but it's still there. So
yeah. Share link. Oh, share link. Copy. I'll put it in private chat here, Flats. Yeah. Or do you want it in the chat? In the YouTube
you can put it in the private chat. That's
fine.
Oh, there we go. Thanks.
Right. It's still under Ranty. If you can look, it still says that
that's
Ranty
why I can't
Flat.
pick up. It's still under Ranty's.
Yeah, but it's called Brandon's. It's called Brandon's, but the email is at Ranty Flat.
Yeah.
Oh, Ranty wasn't a flat Earth anymore. No.
Yeah,
He
not
was a
now,
flat earther
but he
this
was.
time.
He still is. He knows it's flat. He knows it's flat. He just.
I think this was
He's
a
going with
lie
the
he
narrative.
did. This was a. This was something.
I might actually be in this one. I don't know. I'll be in the chat. I won't be in the panel.
So when you
Depends.
cut through all the fraction, Luca.
Just want to say I love you guys. Jesus is on the throne.
Amen, Charles. Exactly.
Yeah, man.
It's
The
good
whole
to,
reason
it's good to see you guys.
Yeah, and that's the whole reason why I did this was, you know, we got to expose the deception from these guys. It's as simple as that. I don't care about the troll kind of people. I care about the normal people watching this and the people that want to see the truth. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
5 years ago. I'm at 5 years ago now. It's got to be about 6 years.
Well, 5 years ago would have been the last stream.
6 years. 6 years. It's almost there.
Oh, that was your first debate against Rhetoric, wasn't it?
Yeah,
For the
official
11
debate,
frames.
you can say, because he's always
That
run
wasn't
away
really
from me. I have spoken to him, I think, once or twice on FED, but literally a few words and then gone. That's it. He gone. So this was the actual. That's why I was very surprised. The first time he's actually shown a bit of chutzpah that he would actually face me, but no, he had a hidden agenda. Ah, there we go. Okay, about Rhedd's video flat Earth. There we go.
You found it? Huh.
Why is it not loading now?
Is it while it was Ranty's or while it was Brandon's?
Yeah, while it was Ranty's, obviously.
Oh, well,
I've
I've probably
remember
not in
6
the
years
chat.
ago.
Yeah, well, it might have been in the chat, but I was mainly in the chat when it's on Brandon. I was in Ranty's chat a few times, like a good few times, but
Let me share it.
not all the time. I'm still a moderator on that channel. That makes a difference, though. It's 5 years since it streamed.
But look what he says.
Okay, I'm just going to see if I am live. Just 1 second.
Ranty.
Yes, we are. Right, so.
I'd seen hearing Ranty as a flat earther again.
Been doing a little bit of work on this particular video, and I'm sure you guys all know what we're going to go on about. Hello, CrowXE, nice to see you in. Now, I did a little live stream this morning.
Let's forward it, where he actually goes and he makes a conclusion. I think, yeah, let's go to the... I'm going to go around about here.
Film with the 11 frames uncut and redo it just to confirm. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You know, I mean, I'm quite sure that you know, I've scaled everything correctly. Rhedd's Rhetoric's, you know, his camera was ever so slightly out, ever so slightly, so I had to just readjust it just tilt it ever so slightly. I think it was 0.4 of 1 degree, just to level
Because
it out.
he got it to 2.95 frames. He got it to about 3 frames.
Put all these other stuff in and everything works out fine.
That's it.
Phil Blacker, so much desperation from frauds who are making money off gullible, stupid people. So I didn't get to see whether you was responding to me before there. You know, I'd like to see you guys have a go at this. You know, I mean, if you think that you can have a go yourself and see whether or not you can find anything different.
I would actually like,
you
if
know,
I speak
we've got
to
speeds here.
I'd love to ask him about this
infinitive
again.
speeds. We've got
Debatable D says, why trust a
things
video
that can
from
be
Ranty
calculated in
if they're a
Rhedd's
real
video.
flat earther? He used to be a flat earther. He still is. He knows it's flat. He just went for the...
Well, the thing I want to talk about this, though, is I want to actually ask Ranty, if I do see him sometime, about this. Like, because would he still come up with the same conclusion?
Mm-hmm.
You know what
Well,
I mean? Because he worked this out with the math and everything, and this is what he got. Would he still, till this day, say the same thing? Or would he change his
Exactly.
mind?
Weird, isn't it? Because when he did the when it was allegedly the Blackpool picture that changed his mind, I was like, but dude, you've debunked things like that before. Why would that change your mind? You know? I mean, what? It was so obvious. It was so obvious.
Well, lots of flat earthers have changed their minds, though. What about that?
Lots.
Lots? No.
Who again?
I can't even count in my hand.
No, I mean, well, what about the emails that FTFE and Simon Dan and even Will Duffy get saying that people have changed their minds about
And
flat
does he
Earth?
prove them emails?
Well, Luca, would that mean he changed his minds about this specific observation? Where he literally worked everything out? Would he claim, no, it doesn't show flat? Because, yeah, it was very clear.
Very clear.
Yeah.
Once
Even
you
the
see it,
reflection.
once you see it,
Uh-huh.
you never go back.
see what-
Once it's revealed to you, you never go back unless you're doing it on purpose because you love money more than truth.
Yep.
Nah.
There's always nefarious reasons, sir.
But
Yep.
listen to what he says, Luca. Listen to what he says. I think it's
7 millimeters per frame for it to reach this point here, where it finally became visible in the first frame here. And that is it. That is it. That's the only way that these mathematics work. I mean, you could perhaps argue a millimeter here or a millimeter there, or a tiny bit here, a tiny bit of a wiggle there, but you're not going to make it any different. You're not going to put the object striking the water down here behind Earth curve. It's never going to go that far. You're never going to put it here either. The only way that these mathematics work is if this struck almost instantaneously and it took 3 frames for this water to splash back up. That's
3
the only way you're
frames
going to do it.
on the horizon.
The only way you're going to do it.
Thank you very much, Ranty. Thank you.
Yeah. So it basically it struck right in the mirage, technically. Yeah.
That was the point. Yeah. And that's how he even worked it out with the math. And he says there's no other way you could work it out. It shows it only works if it hits exactly on the horizon, and it went behind for 3 frames in a in the inferior mirage. And that's exactly what I got from Rough Moose when he did my when he did the video analysis. It was 3 frames. That's why when they come with these 11 frames nonsense, I just laugh at them.
Yeah. So how far was that away from the shore?
He says there's somewhere I worked it. I can't remember how far. Mr. Jingles, thank you for gifting a membership. Really appreciated. You rock. Territ got the gift. Thank you for all the support, guys.
In this context, frames would be analogous to pixels. If you have a higher frame rate then you'd have a clearer image.
Angular size still the same.
So that in this way, going frame by frame doesn't matter whether it's 30 or 60.
It's a still image he's got there. He's got a still
It's
image.
just
He's got overlaid. He's got overlaid images together to show all the things.
Kind of like going frame by frame.
Frame by frame.
It's just going to be a clearer image, you see, really.
All he's doing
Depends
is
on the
showing
day.
the impact point based on the math that it has to hit on the horizon, not below what they claim behind Earth curve. And it shows the inferior mirage only has 3 frames in and 3 frames out. That's it.
Maybe I'll watch your video again. The original video that you made.
Yeah, watch it.
So our contention is that the inferior mirage is what they're using as Earth curve. It's not. It's not an Earth curve. It's inferior mirage.
Exactly.
I mean, when I edit out frames, I don't count how many frames I've edited out, you know. I just edit out to what I need.
But that's
Sometimes
what
you
I'm
don't
saying.
count the frames debatable do, you know?
But that's what I'm saying. Us
because
normal
debatable asking
people.
you-
But that's what I'm saying. Us normal people, when we edit the video, you don't think how much frames you're removing. You don't think how much frames you add. That's got
No.
nothing to do with anything. It's literally you making a video to make an argument. You're bringing content. That's what you're doing. You're not thinking, oh, someone's going to worry that I took 5 frames out of a video.
We say that the inferior mirage is an effect of the Earth curve, not the Earth curve itself.
No, it's not an effective Earth curve. It's an effective refraction.
Refraction.
But if the Earth wasn't curved, we wouldn't have an inferior mirage, right?
Oh my word!
No, that's not what causes mirages.
Mirages are on those salt flats. That's
It's
level
flat.
flat as you can go.
Debatable says it's clear as sediment-rich lake. How does that not make it?
A sediment-rich lake. What does that mean?
We don't like when I'm editing stuff. I don't count the frames. I just go right. I go to the part that I think right that needs to be cut out. So I cut it there, and then if I don't need that bit, I just think right. I start talking there, cut it there, and I cut that, and then I take that out. I don't feel like I count how many frames it is. I cut it out, then transition it together, or just put it together, or put a transition there. Or
honor
whatever.
a legacy
I don't
of love.
count the frames.
Frames gate.
How do you get a mirror mirage of a perfect silhouette on a curved surface?
You don't.
They don't work like that. No.
I couldn't even tell you how many frames any of my videos have got. I just cut it out where I need it. You know, like if I'm about to start talking, just say there's a bit of crap there, like, oh, we were talking crap there. Cut that bit out. So I split it there, cut it to where I'm starting talking sense, and fade it in or something, whatever, or put a transition there. I don't count out the frames I've split and cut out.
Yeah, look at this. This is the what I'm talking about. The analysis that Raf Moose did for me. It was really thoroughly done, and it came up to 3 frames. 1 to 3. See, it literally counts all the frames.
So you stop where the mirroring effect ends. That's the 3 frames. That's it.
It's how big the splash gets. It's at the end of the splash.
That's not mirrored at that high.
What?
And that is 11 frames.
No, it's 3.
When it hits to the big
Look at the horizon.
Can you
the
count?
point where-
Okay, count with us, okay? 1, 2, 3.
2, 3, 4, 5,
It's past
6,
the
7,
it's
8,
already
9,
past the
10, 11.
Why are you counting the splash?
Why are you counting
Yeah,
it
because
past
that's what-
the right? It's past Luca. The
Why are you
frames
counting
taken.
that?
The frames taken is. You see that yellow line?
The bottom one, dude.
That yellow
Bottom
line.
yellow line.
Yeah, yellow line from there.
That yellow
You're not
line
counting the
is the
splash.
inferior mirage that I took out. Not above that.
But
That's an actual
but
splash.
that's where you cut. That's where it cut to. It cut to this point in the splash.
No.
Oh my goodness.
It only cut to where the inferior mirage is taken out. 3 frames.
That's why, look, that's why the analysis is here. This is an analysis. All you did was count frames in a video, Luca. This is an actual analysis.
Of the actual video. Yeah. Do you see the bottom yellow line, the horizontal one?
1, 2, 1.
There you go.
See? 3
I
frames.
don't get why you're counting the splash above it.
Because that's where it was cut to. It cut to a certain point in after the splash, and that's how high the water was.
It
was
didn't
11
count. It
frames.
didn't cut to the top of the splash.
In the original video, it did, didn't it?
Oh my god, no.
It cut to a specific point in the splash, and that height was 11 frames.
You just seen an analysis of it, bro.
What's the original video? Like your video? But
Have you not got it? You've
I
already
don't
looked
have
at
it saved. No. I'd have to look for it, but you made it a while ago, so
Well, the video was made 6 years ago.
yeah. So I'd have to scroll down lots, but I assume you have it saved, Flatzoid?
Well, it's on his
11
channel.
frames?
Sorry?
Because it was a big contention, so
What?
I assume you have it
What?
saved.
What?
The 11 frames video, the original one that you
It's on
you
my
made.
channel.
Oh, she has it.
Yeah.
So go watch it.
Just said that.
Literally,
But do you have the link?
Yeah, go to my
Because-
channel and press popular. It'll be the first one popping up. Or press oldest
Oh,
and then
okay.
just go up to it where it says oops, no curve.
Got it.
But I love how he had to literally make my point when I asked him when I started, is it showing all the frames? He said yes. So there already he lost the debate straight away.
Correct.
Notice I have still not once in this whole 6 years had one Glober show me one video I brought out about this where I don't have all the frames in the video.
No. And they keep changing the little argument. Yes, the frames are always there, but they keep changing the little parts of the argument, you know?
Yeah. Moving the goalpost.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. Well, figuratively, sorry. I said literally. I meant figuratively.
Norman, not this Roger. Not Roger Little. It's a Roger.
Roger that.
It's a Roger guy in the Globe. We had a cordial conversation, at least on email and stuff, so he does seem like a nice guy.
Is it Roger that his name is?
Roger that, yes, I think it's Roger that. That's the name. Like I said, Icy Spin as well. I don't really have an issue with him. I just think he was peer pressured because we know how that crowd can be.
I was screaming at him on the screen. I was screaming at him. I was wishing I was like kind of on the panel. I was like,
but I could see in his face.
Tell him, please.
But I could see in his face he wants to do, but he can't really do anything.
Yeah.
He was trying to be man in the middle for a little bit. He was trying to kind of even it out a little. Oh, I think what Flats is saying this. I think what Rhed is saying is this. But then it kind of went Rhed's direction. You know what I mean? He just was peer pressured by Reds, I think. Oh, Reginald.
Yeah. As soon as when he went to Chat GPT, she should have stepped in. I mean, like I said, there was no context. That's just common sense,
and that's
man.
what I asked him. I was like, are you going to do something about it? He's just carrying on playing ChatGPT out of context.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
The comment on the video was about that video, not about
That's why I asked him to go up, and he refused to go up to his original post on that video.
That was very telling, man. That was weird. He completely ignored that. And it was live. It was on the internet.
It was the let's see where the capsule hits after.
Hold on, 2 seconds, Luca. Debatable. I didn't say that. I said literally, and then I said sorry. I meant figuratively. You know what I mean. I didn't say literally, and figuratively means the same. I said literally by mistake, instead of saying figuratively, and then I said to the guys, you know what I mean. I didn't say it means the same. Don't start being a knob.
Jeez. Yeah, goodness.
Quite insane.
Wow.
Yes.
Not what I said. Rewind the video and find out. Maybe you just don't understand Scottish accent.
Yeah, but that's also like when I asked him, because he made a claim that I was contradicting myself at least 3 times. And I'm like, okay, show me clips of me contradicting myself, saying something. And he couldn't. He refused.
No.
Because I didn't contradict myself. I was saying the exact same thing over and over, even in different ways.
Yeah.
But,
What do you got planned tomorrow?
Nothing yet.
Okay.
It's like now you see the top of the inferior mirage, and then let's see where the capsule hits, and then if you go frame by frame on that one until you show where the capsule hits, because it happens very fast, it cuts to a big splash.
Exactly,
And
because
that-
I took the
and that-
inferior mirage way. Don't you understand?
that
Which is 3
splash-
frames.
And that splash, like if you were to hover your mouse over the highest point of that splash, is going to be 11 frames.
Oh my god, dude! You're not getting
it at all. at all.
The impact point is on the horizon, Luca.
You've been from day one since you started counting those frames. You've been getting it wrong. You're thinking wrongly.
I think the splash is mirrored up in the air, is what you're saying, Luca?
Wait. Do you know what an inferior mirage is, Luca? First of all,
It's just temperature, and it's just like it's caused by temperature and stuff. It's like a.
No, I'm asking, do you know what an inferior
like,
mirage is?
You know what it is?
Well, it's caused by reflection of light, right?
We know what it's caused by. I'm asking, do you know what it is? What effect an inferior mirage is?
Look it up.
No, not really.
It's mirroring. It's literally like a mirror. You know when you look at a road on a hot day, it looks like water on the road. You see the sky on the road.
Yeah.
That's an inferior mirage. So what happened is, it caused an inferior mirage because of the temperature, as you put it, and it mirrored the sky.
What?
Okay, so as it mirrored the sky, when the capsule disappears into that mirage, you can't see it. You guys claim when it's in that mirage, it's gone behind Earth curve. Because the delay of the splash was also behind the inferior mirage. And you guys claim, you see, because that delay of the splash, therefore it went behind Earth curve. That was Rhedd's whole argument. Hence why I did this, was to show, hey, it never went behind any Earth curve. The impact point was the horizon, the apparent horizon we see, hence you can't claim refraction, which is, lifting it up. And it is literally an optical effect. That splash delay was behind an inferior mirage, not physical curve.
Yeah, the inferior mirage has nothing to do with the Earth curve, right?
Yeah, because it's flat.
You're right. You're right. No. Nothing to do with that curve.
Yep.
Exactly.
That's what the point is. All the black swans are to begin with.
It's purely like an atmospheric effect. That's what it is. It's caused by reflection of light, and like heated layers. It doesn't matter if the Earth is flat or curved. That you'd still get an inferior mirage.
Yes.
Because
exactly. But the point is that capsule going behind this inferior mirage and claim to be Earth curve, and then when you take the inferior mirage away, it shows it's not the Earth curve, proves a point that you guys are claiming optical effects are your physical horizon. You guys are claiming the optical horizon is physical. In other words, it looks like a globe, so it is a globe, is no longer tenable.
Exactly. Do you understand that, Luca?
You have to have a physical obstruction on your sphere to block the splashdown. Is what we're saying.
Yeah, but like I said before the stream even started, the horizon is both. So the pole is misleading because it's both.
No, the horizon's only optical. Horizon, literally by definition, is an optical phenomena.
Yes.
We
have limitations to how far we can see,
even with optics. Now we've got like Tinfoil Hat Man did a 33 mile shot with his telescope. How far was it?
He saw the bottom. Yeah, it was quite far.
Yeah. The one with the lighthouse.
Oh, by the way, Tinfoil Hat Man released a great song recently.
Oh, brilliant.
Guys, do have to go and watch it. I must actually share it. I wanted to share it, but I got busy and forgot to share it. I think I'll do it tomorrow quickly.
It's excellent. I shared it the other day. I actually played it the other day. He's actually dancing back with it. It's brilliant. It's so good. So good.
This is he calls it the Flatter song, I think.
Yeah, I think it is.
Like even Bo's observations prove the horizon is optical. That's the whole point. That's why he has a horizon beyond a lot of his observations, even where refraction is tentative. It's not, the horizon is not refracted up. The horizon is just an optical effect where the sky meets the ground. That's all it is. And it's well beyond where it should be in your Earth curve mass.
Yep.
I'm sorry to do this, guys, but I'm gonna have to end the stream. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
gotta cook something.
Just got to pass the link on for Tinfoil Hatman's song.
Yeah. Please do.
That's in the chat now. That's Tinfoil Hatman's song, guys. Flat Earth song. Yeah, the Earth song. It's just called the Earth song.
Ah, the Earth song.
The Earth song.
Cool.
Yeah.
But it's really good. Yeah, definitely go and watch it. Do
Good seeing you
support
guys,
Tinfoil
see you
Hatman. Subscribe to him. PJ, you got a show coming up?
Tomorrow afternoon, then tomorrow night. I haven't got one tonight.
Okay. Roger?
I'm not doing one tonight. No.
Okay.
I'm not doing one tonight. I did one last night, and that was enough.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I think I'm gonna call
Gonna
it.
rest a bit. Okay. Luca, so when are you gonna start streaming?
Well, I've only made one stream, but it was just for my 50 subscriber special.
Because we're still waiting for your cooking with Luca.
Yeah.
Well, I have made lots of cookings with Luca, so. Well,
you've got a video backup. You've got like video backed up, and you've got to go at it.
Well, I suppose I could make more.
Oh, you mean you've? All right. I thought you meant you had videos in your save, but you haven't put them out.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Charles, you say you might start doing something on your channel.
Yeah, my wife and I are starting. We're gonna start planning that because the fair is over with, and we've been talking about. We actually talked about it last night. So
excellent.
Yeah, we might just do something in October, a couple of weeks here. So
excellent. Awesome. And by the way, excellent reading on Michael's channel. Fantastic.
Oh yeah,
that was
really
nice.
good.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Jaden as well the other day, and Roger.
Yeah,
I didn't even say
Roger as well. Yeah,
and you, PJ.
Jaden. Well, yeah,
PJ
mine ages ago. Mine was like number eight. I can't remember. I think it was. I can't even remember now which songs I read for him, but I think it was way back. Is it 8?
Yeah, it was like 12,
I think it was 8.
Well, let me. Well, I am still going to go on the thing I did before. If the Earth was flat, there would be no horizon. So
it's because the Earth is flat. There's an horizon.
Can you say that?
No. What?
It's
no.
Because the Earth is flat, there's a horizon, Luca.
No.
Yes.
The horizon.
How can you say that, Luca? You think perspective wouldn't, what your eye limitation in perspective would
And
bring it together?
And therefore, the horizon is physical because it's physically
not
from the side. But it's also optical because it shifts. Because
so if there wasn't a horizon on a flat Earth, what would you expect to see? Forever?
Well, at some point, it would get too narrow to see. Like, it would get...
That's what a horizon is called, dude.
That's a horizon.
No!
Yeah.
Ah.
My goodness.
Okay, so I want to know, right quick, how does that prove... never mind. How does that work on a globe? How can you only have a horizon on a globe? Please, explain it.
Perspective doesn't work on a globe.
Go ahead.
What? Perspective doesn't work on a
Your
globe.
perspective, it doesn't work the way you want it to work on a globe.
No, it won't. If you add perspective and the globe math together, you will end up with a really small ball.
Right.
Well,
small ball.
As long
Railroad
as,
tracks. Look at railroad tracks.
I guess it would depend on the day, but maybe in theory only, because the Earth isn't flat, so it would only be a theory. But in theory, you might be able to
trolling now, isn't he?
Luca,
I think
have you ever have you ever gone to like a large warehouse or an ice rink or anything and just lay down on the floor?
Well, I suppose after I've fallen.
Okay, well, what happens when you lay on the floor? Do you see less of the floor further away and more of the floor closer to you?
Good question.
Well, I don't really remember much about.
Do it now
I
in your room.
remember-
Do it now in your room.
Come on, you can do it now on your floor.
Try and go. The lower you go down
lower?
closer to the ground, you'll realize
less you
that
see.
ground seems to be making less visible further away and more visible close to you, almost like it's zooming in while you're going close to the ground.
Yep.
I remember Mitch from Australia did a good example of how this really works with this drone.
And while you're
Wax
thinking about
it,
yeah. Luca, do you really just want the Earth to be a ball when really you know
well,
it's
I don't
flat? Deep down,
want
I think you
to
know
be a
it's
ball.
flat, buddy.
Come on, it's got to by now.
Come on, man. All this free education.
It would
Flats,
just be a.
PJ
It
and
would
Roger
just
have
be
been
like
giving
a shallow angle, I guess.
He came,
Like-
came into my stream today, and as soon as he realised it was because he thought I was lonely because I was on my own. Fair play to him, he came in. But as soon as he realised it was scripture all the way through, no debates, anything like that, it was just like, yeah, I'm off now, peace.
I gotta go.
I thought it was quite funny. Funny. But yeah.
Well, it's hard to accept that somebody actually created the world you live in if you don't believe in them. Yeah.
If the Earth,
Yeah.
if on truly flat ground, like that,
Topographical level.
Yeah.
yeah, but
Like-
it would just be at a shallower angle, no? Like if you just got on the ground and looked across, it would just be at a shallower angle.
You can't get any lower than that. Yeah.
Or sea level. Sea level.
You see, it's level.
It's sea level.
That's what I loved about Craig's citation he brought up. Departs from level.
But it's still level, though. I
But
don't know.
it's
That
still
blew
level.
my mind.
It's still
Yeah, parts from level, but it's still wow.
That
And
was
it
the
only
funniest-
applies to the Earth's surface. It's in any other context, it would never make any sense. But when it comes to your surface, oh yeah, level is curved for sure.
I feel bad for ballers because they really have to try hard to keep their, weird space-time bendy religion. It's just it's really hard.
You wouldn't get a
Kudos
football.
to you, man.
You wouldn't get a football in front of you and say the top of that football. That's pure level. Can you see the level curve on that? You wouldn't, would you? You wouldn't get a football in your hand and look at the contour of it and say, "Look how level that is."
Well, me and D-Man are actually digging into radar, so we're gonna do a show on it. So
Yes.
like, all radars and how they work.
Did you just look at the link I put in today in my post?
Okay.
It explains what I was trying to explain last night to Craig. It explains exactly why you can see further with a different wavelength. It's not because of Earth curve. It's because of attenuation based on its frequency, the frequency and the strength. It's got nothing to do with Earth curve at all.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's what we're going through. And the thing is, like the reflective properties of what you're trying to get a signature of play a lot in it, and how far you can actually get it to come back to you. That's where the limitations are.
Yeah.
That's why radar only works so far. It has nothing to do with bouncing off a wall of water somewhere. It's the curve of the Earth. Or
The
And
first thing Craig
towers.
said. Oh, sorry,
Cell
Charles.
tower. No, you're good. I was just saying cell towers is a good example of how that works. There's cell towers everywhere because I'm on mountains. I'm sure,
Of course.
Roger
Okay.
has because they're all over the place. So why?
course, yeah.
And I'm not dropping calls anymore because they're starting to put more and more towers to make that connection because they literally can't penetrate physical Earth.
Now, Craig literally said, one of the first things he said when he came in was, "There's only one radar on a ship." That's what he said.
That's why I laughed. That's why I
That's what he
laughed.
said. I'm from a fishing town. I'm not a fisherman. I've been out like in a boat's not. But I paint the boats. I paint the boats, and I've seen them so many times. I see the radar. There's straight ones. There's round ones. There's cylindrical ones. There's straight ones.
But that's the thing, that when he said that, I already knew he was talking bullshit. He doesn't know what's going on. That's when I asked him, does he know the difference between an X and S band? I even wanted to bring up C band for him, but I didn't. And then the fact he couldn't even recite the megahertz they were giving told me, no, he never worked with it.
That's why I read out that little. I says even a simple, I'm just saying a quick search. I'm saying because I'm saying to him, I'm from a fishing town. I see fishing boats all the time. Not that I'm there now, but I painted them for a living. And I said, I just bought a simple search up, and it said, yeah, there's more than one. There's more than one. You get a dish one. You get straight ones. You know what I mean? You get cylindrical ones. They're all over the place. There's so many.
Basing on what we know, lowering yourself to the ground, if the earth or area you were lowering yourself to was completely flat, you would still see exactly what you see when you're standing up.
What does that got to do with what we're talking about?
Like,
anyways,
for example, a bottom of a tree, you'd still see a bottom of the tree whether you lower yourself to the ground or you're standing up. So,
Yeah, the higher you get, the ground rises with you.
It widens your
view and rises.
You can see further, you can say.
Exactly.
But with the radar thing, what does that got to do with? You're like in the middle of, we were talking about radar, you just broke into the optics from the ground up.
Well.
Yeah, because he might have been trying that. He was on the ground trying it because Flats told him to. So
you recognize X's as kisses as well, Flat, because in the States they don't recognize X's as kisses.
Like, what would happen if there's a flat?
PJ.
And then I came to that conclusion, like, oh, well, if there's a flat, you'd still see, assuming good conditions and nothing was in the way, you'd still see exactly what you see on a globe surface, because well, you wouldn't, because the globe would get in the way. But
that's what we've been saying this whole time, dude.
We don't live on a globe.
Assuming flat, you'd like, if you're standing up looking out, you'd see a tree. You'd see the entire tree. Let's assume that leaves, the trunk, the bottom, and then you get low to the ground. You get flat. Now, assuming complete flatness, you'd still see the entire tree.
Depends on how close you are.
Depends on how close you are to the tree.
Yeah,
and you're just going to see the bottom of the tree, maybe, right?
But that's assuming completely flat. So the fact that we can't see the bottom of the tree proves that it's not flat.
But can we let Flats finish now?
It's
been trying to finish for ages, Luca.
I wanted to finish about an hour ago.
Trying to finish for ages.
Topographical.
Yeah, 45 minutes ago I tried to finish.
It can either be topographical, like things are getting in the way of you seeing the bottom of the tree.
So you root all those things in your way
like hills and bumps can obstruct your view. But assuming complete flatness, you'd still see the bottom of the tree.
What?
But you can't see the bottom of the tree, so it can't be flat. There must be something obstructing a view from the bottom of the tree. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, you're going to run into all kinds of different things. Debris like leaves and falling leaves. That's just kind of silly. The state, Florida is the flattest state in the United States. Measured flat. It is flat, brother.
That
is undeniable.
In South Africa, we have a place called the Platteland. It's called Flatlands for a reason, because it's very flat.
Yeah.
It's measured that way.
It's measured that way. So
And then the hills are measured at angles because they rise up from the flat, and we can go on and on. But there's focal length on optics, and you can only resolve so many things so far. So you guys are taking that same idea and creating an Earth curve with it too.
Yeah.
As far as you can see, that's where the Earth curve is.
It's quarter past midnight for flats now. I think.
Yeah, flat. I'm gonna get out of here, man.
Well, what about if I just mean like?
Look at. You know what you hear what I said?
Good night.
Good night, guys. Yeah,
Good night.
Good night, guys.
I'm sorry I would sit here for a long time, but I mean, I got to get up early again.
Yeah,
I have a
okay.
few things to do later.
Fair enough. Good night, guys.
But I appreciate
We'll
definitely be in.
It's good seeing you guys.
So I haven't decided what we're going to do for tonight's stream. But if you want to have this discussion, just let me know. It's fine with me.
All right.
But yeah, I think it was interesting stream. Appreciate all you guys. Appreciate everybody who sent super chats. If you haven't liked the show, please do so. I know it was quite hard listening to an immature guy like Rheds, but there's some good coming out of this because real people who are honest are going to see right through his bullshit. So, and now I can actually show things when people bring up this nonsense. You know what I mean? I can actually show this is the reason why he makes BS up. But yeah. At the end of the day, truth always prevails.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys
I
rock.
agree.
I appreciate every one of you, and I really, really do pray big blessings upon you. And remember, the weekend coming is going to be Rapture Weekend, so that's going to be very exciting.
Oh yeah.
Come
I
on,
can't
baby.
wait for the
So
23rd.
we're going to
or
have
the
Flat Earth
22nd,
Thursday,
so-
and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday we'll have Rapture Weekend because apparently we're going to be raptured. So
Yeah, nothing will happen.
Hey, we'll be able to see the flat Earth from above.
We should get a spacesuit just to be raptured in because there's a
Just in
vacuum you
case.
gotta go through. Yeah.
Just in case. Yeah.
Oh, Tony Coriolis, thank you very much for your $10 super chat. He didn't say anything though. He just
Super sticker, I think. Isn't it?
super sticker.
That's
I
cool.
can't see it.
Oh,
It's
it's not.
something.
It's a super chat. It's a super chat, but he hasn't put
But
it.
thank you
I love
for
that
the
name.
super chat, Tony.
Tony Cole.
It was good to see you, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate everybody's support on this channel. You guys are really, really awesome. Yeah. So till tomorrow.